backs in world football, when fit and healthy, that's just become a continued problem. Anderson and Rice in midfield, got the legs, got the energy. Gordon has been underwhelming for me. Again, was it 70, 80 million to Barcelona? I expect a bit more. Rodgers coming in on the right is actually fantastic. I actually wanted Marcus Rashford to start because I thought the other two, Saka and Madueke, have done enough that you could go, okay, we know what you're going to give us. Rodgers is a really brave call, so hopefully that comes in because he's got that freedom to go and play. If England are going to win, Harry Kane's up front, he's going to score your goals. It's not this man, Mr. Jude Bellingham. He is the whole heartbeat of this team. Obviously, he said what he said after the game. The manager's come out and squashed that, which I really liked. But the really important thing is two people on a mission to get the same goal. Doesn't matter how you get there, they both have the same ending. They want to win this World Cup. And he will step on the pitch today and say, I'm the best player on this pitch. Doesn't matter if Messi's on there. And that's what we need. The bench is what we know. We've got changes, very like for like when we make changes. If you were Thomas Tuchel, would you have done anything differently to this 11, Nige?
I think you've got to look at every game individually because they provide different challenges. So it takes a squad to win a World Cup tournament, and that's what he's done. He's made the right change at the right time. You can't really argue about Rodgers and Spence. They came on the last game. They made an impact. They had an effect. So not surprised they start. It's really down on the players now. And again, with the whole communication situation with Thomas Tuchel and Jude Bellingham, I'm glad he's come out and got in front of that. And he's right. He said, you know, you don't say all the good things I said about him saying world class. You go there to a player who's just come off a pitch, heavy on emotion still, exhausted, and he reacts. I don't think it's a big deal. And also, by the way, don't you actually quite like it, like the bite of that for England? Because so many times in the past you said, well, this England team's, you know, a bit soft. So now they're showing that they've got something about them. They obviously care so much. They've had these kind of, not awkward moments because, like you said, it was kind of taken out of context, but it just shows there's a bit of a bite. It's the Bellingham effect. That's it. All you need is one or two characters like that. It's the Bellingham effect, and everyone else would rise to it. And some people would love that challenge, and having someone in your national team that is, one, for me, is a natural-born leader. Two, he's a winner, and he drives everyone else to want to win. I think everything about it is great, and I think the rest of the boys love it as well. One key bit you missed there. What bit? Where's he from? He's from England. He's from England. From Birmingham, mate. Made a good stock. Good stuff. Right. Why don't you talk us through Argentina then, Mr. Sure. Argentina today, Grella? Obviously, Leo Messi is the main talking point, but they've scraped by in big moments, haven't they, in some of these matches? They have. They've scored the most goals in the tournament, by the way. Messi has been directly involved in 9 of them with 8 goals and an assist, and obviously the other ones are set pieces, and they predominantly they start with Messi. Alvarez will partner him. We saw his goal in the last game is of the highest order, of the highest class. Enzo Fernandez, right, $100 million player, right? Is that how much he went for? Yeah. On the left today, so a little bit interesting. I think that midfield will look a little bit more like a diamond at times. Simeone is the one that's introduced into the team. Obviously, this is Diego Simeone's son from Atletico Madrid. Big engine, and I think it's a really important addition to the lineup because I felt like, unlike Spain, who has started slow and got stronger as the tournament progressed, this team, for me, has started strong and looked a little bit tired in the last few games and a little bit out of ideas. So I really like that addition. Paredes, big experience in the midfield. He will be more the sitter. McAllister obviously will help him win balls and try to get forward as well. He's got a goal in the tournament. The questions, Romero, Martinez, I think are the big questions. Can they handle Harry Kane? And the timing of Jude Bellingham's run into the box, because I went back and watched all his goals this tournament in particular, and he's not doing anything amazing. It's just his timing is impeccable, and his nose for the goal is impeccable. Molina on the right, Tagliafico will be on the left, and Martinez also, I think, is where they have an advantage. I think this goalkeeper is better than Pickford, where I have my questions. Both back lines leaky. They both conceded 6 goals, so this is as even as it gets. The bookies have it even as well. Who's the better team on paper for you? Better team on paper? I mean, according to the English, your team's worth like, what, $5 billion, right? So it's probably England. Isn't Messi worth $5 billion on his own? I just think in a match of football, that guy is going to make the difference, even at 39. We've seen it so far. And I worried a little bit about their legs and their ideas a little bit now, in later stages of the tournament, because I don't think they've been great. But what about England? Coming off the game against Mexico, play with a man down at altitude. I know you don't want to hear about altitude anymore, but played at the game at altitude, difficult place to go, and then played in one of the hottest games ever, in 107-degree real feel. That zaps your legs, right? And Bellingham and Kane and all these guys have so many games in their legs throughout the season. So is that worse than extra times? Yeah, I think that's why my point basically was that I was trying to get to is that
I think they're both a little bit heavy-legged. That's why I worry about a little bit the energy in the game. So when it's that tight, you think, okay, who are the game changers? Bellingham and Kane on one side, but Leo Messi is Leo Messi. That's why I have them.
tienen derecho.
To learn,
Zu träumen,
para construir un futuro mejor.
also lassen Sie die Welt Ihre Unterstützung hören.
Because we are part of the biggest team on the planet.
Unite for education.
Unite for education.
Unite for education.
Atlanta, we have so many stars on the show here today. FIFA World Cup 2026. Let's take a look at the latest FIFA power rankings. Now with my Orlando. First up, the top 10 defensive players are on the leaderboard. As you can see, okay, those things usually on his teammates. Now we'll take a look at the top 10 for the round 6 through 2. We have a couple of recent home France between left hand and top line. Anthony Gordon from England. And running at the top 3, Jeremy Doku from Belgium. Advancing into attacking. As you know, he's leading so many brilliant goals so far in the FIFA World Cup. We've got Kylian Mbappe from Frenchman and Canada, followed by Jude Bellingham from England. And running at the top 3, Lionel Messi from Argentina. And now, on today's game, we can't wait to see how it goes down. Here on FIFA now, we have 2 smart few matches, another one that's important. And just counted by Argentina. That's number 10, Jude Bellingham. Argentina's finished ball that day is number 10, Lionel Messi. World-class experience.
into that sort of territory, which I was inclined to agree with.
Did you
I've been in dressing rooms with him. No, I never did. No.
You're not taken back by aura?
I love to compete. Even when you line up.
What did you say about if you saw R9?
I'd still say, okay, R9, but I still want to compete.
What did
My mentality was.
What did you say if you saw R9?
What do you mean what I say?
You said that'd be your biggest fanboy moment.
This was, yeah, but this is him. Hold on. This is him playing a game.
Okay.
If I was playing a game against him, no. And with the players that I had to go up with in my career and stuff, and the start, I never was like starstruck. It was like, I'm going to make sure you remember my name. And that was it for me. I wasn't. But Benty's Benty. It's true.
Yeah.
Keep laughing. Keep smiling. I'm just saying, that's how I got it. That was my mindset was. I understand there's great players.
So you wouldn't be the player
to
to ask Messi for his shirt if you just lost 2-0 to them in the World Cup?
I mean, everyone's different. I probably would be annoyed that I lost, but I don't know. It just depends on the mood, isn't it? It's the respect. When you go out there and do your thing as a player, there's a different level of respect. The ex-players and legends will see you, and they just have that respect to say, you know what, he actually was a good player that you can't buy, or, you know, no money in the world can pay for that kind of respect. That's what mattered more. You want to be respected more
by
as a
peers,
player you was by your peers and legends than...
McAllister. 24, Enzo Fernandez. And 26, Noel Molina. Argentina's Petros Scaloni. Here is Argentina's formation.
Here. I'm not alone.
You are on your own.
Oh, he's going to be unbearable.
And guess what? He's going to be on his own when we all go and watch the game somewhere else. And he's not invited with us. OK, stay with us, everybody. We're going to talk more about the three Lions after the break who have been carried by Harry Kane and the 23-year-old from Birmingham. We're going to be back in just a sec.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries.
Tried to follow it up in 1990, ended up blubbing like a baby, and then in 94 not even a load of banned substances could help him out. He and Lionel Messi are both Argentinian heroes. The pair have separately tasted success on the world's biggest stage. It certainly takes two to tango.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Maradona, an astonishing goal, even by his standards. Messi again, and this time he does score.
It's a famous dance, from walking steps to quick foot flicks. The dance is renowned for its dramatic movements.
Oh, he's got such good skill inside the penalty area. Maradona, brilliant. Lionel Messi going past the defender, leaving on his backside, chipping the goalkeeper and scoring a fantastic goal.
The Argentine tango. When it comes to football, in the eyes of Maradona and Messi, the power of dance is a tool used to express emotions and tell a story. The story of both these number 10s has been told with their remarkable control of a football. Maradona had a famous routine in 1989, and that was just in the warm-up.
Maradona now spins away from 2 challenges, keeps going. Brave, brilliant skill.
Life is live. Life is football. Dance is infectious. You can't ignore rhythm. The guile, the elegant feints over the years have made football a spectacle of the finest. Because both Maradona then and Messi now know that this is not a solo dance.
Messi is an absolutely wonderful player. I would say Maradona is a touch better than Messi.
It takes 2 to tango and the whole team can join in. When Messi and Maradona are on the ball, they never miss a beat. Neither them nor their teammates. Because tango is an improvised dance of leader and follower. The leader makes the move, the follower has to be in sync.
He's scanning all the time. What's around him? Where's the space? 3 passes ahead of anyone on this pitch.
In 1986, Maradona and his ensemble performed the ultimate number.
Maradona, the playmaker. Borushaga, the chance taker. Germany have to stage another comeback.
Years later, Lionel Messi followed in his footsteps.
Messi, inevitably. Who else could it possibly be?
Tonight, the latest rendition of the tango takes place. And it's Messi's first dance against England. But if England are at their best, it could be the last tango in Atlanta.
Well, as I said at the start, I'm really looking forward to the new world superstar Jude Bellingham ending Lionel Messi's international career tonight. But let's not underestimate Messi. He's actually his stats at this tournament, even though he didn't play particularly well against Switzerland in the last game, he's had 30.
Through the pain in the Club World Cup, did that for his team, has the operation, doesn't come back. I think it was October, if memory serves me right. Anyone who's played will tell you, if you don't do pre-season, your season's ruined. You saw that with Rodri, you know, just coming back from a big injury, how long it takes him. And then he's come back, had niggling injuries, plus they've had 3 changes of manager at Real Madrid as well, 2 changes of manager, sorry. And then also the whole Mbappe, Vinicius, is it Jude? Like, whose team is it? And then it's like, oh, here's the problem. Even this week, Thomas Tuchel, oh, here's the problem. This guy's a serious winner, and he's got to ruffle some feathers, and he's got to upset you, but ultimately he wants what's the biggest outcome. He wants to win. He doesn't care how we do it, as long as we win. So I think he's a natural-born leader, a heartbeat of this team, and in my opinion, in the next 3 years, he'll be the next England captain.
He's so infectious, isn't he, as well, when you watch? I think if you have kids that are playing, you want them to watch Jude Bellingham and embody everything that he is. Does he have the potential to be the best England player of all time, or is it early to say, Nige?
It's a little bit early to say, but the potential is there. You know, for me, I think he's very self-assured, ambitious, driven. He's a natural winner. I think he's also, I would say, he's a natural-born leader. And he's got all the characteristics that you would love. He's a talented young man. I don't like the narrative that has been put in the media and planted, where there's this narrative that he's, how would I describe it, a little bit arrogant or maybe a bit of a problem child or something along those lines, where they try and plant it in the seeds of people to think he has an issue with authority, and he doesn't. He's driven. And I think with Jude as well, for me, is I don't think people understand how inspirational he's been to a lot of kids who growing up in England, so kind of how I grew up and used to look at Ian Wright and say, wow, if he can do it, I can do it. And obviously you see the other likes of Michael Thomas, Robbie and all those players, but Ian Wright was probably the biggest national star that we had when I was young and inspired so many. Jude is doing it for the next generation. That's how inspirational he's been. It goes beyond him, the man, and what he's carrying to inspire the next young kids from Birmingham, London, Bristol, all those places, to show that you can do it. You can be ambitious, you can be driven, you can be a natural-born leader, you can be everything that maybe a few other people say you can't be. And I think that's the power behind Jude Bellingham and what he's doing. That's what I take from it, because I've experienced it and seen it from how I had to grow up. So I just think, for me, this is bigger than him and what he's doing and how he's carrying himself. And he's definitely, for me, the next England captain.
You know, Americans always talk about football. They always say if we had our best athletes, we'd be good. Like we'd be better at football. We'd be further along the chart. He's a perfect example of what one of the world's best athletes married to unbelievable talent in football is, you know, a combination of, because he has talent, he has power, he has pace, he can arrive in the box late, he can do so many different things. And there's never been a bigger game in any of their careers, though, than right now, which is what makes the World Cup so special. Because if he goes on to have the tournament that he's having, not England, because England haven't been good, but he's been really good. If he gets the final, they go on and somehow win this tournament, he goes down for me as England's best player ever, and then probably moves on to be the captain, and then and it's
even at his age,
two games of football. How many games of football has he played already in Champions League level and World Cups and Euros and everything? This will be the most important game in his career. And a lot of those players, you probably could say the same for almost every single player, maybe barring Messi and some of the Argentina guys because they've already won the trophy. So much on the line today makes this game so juicy. The history between these two, the energy between these two, the World Cup being here in the States, where I think it's done. I think they've done a pretty good job. We had our doubts, but this is a special treat we're about to get in just a short time.
One real quick thing. I know we're going to move on, but you know what I find interesting as well, just from like media narrative wise. So obviously, him and his family have made a conscious decision that they're going to be in control of who they speak to, what media goes out. I was thinking about this yesterday. There's another person who does that because Messi does that, right? Very difficult to get a Messi interview. Very difficult to get a sit down. Very difficult. Never heard anybody talk about how arrogant Messi is. You understood that? Never heard that narrative. But when a young Englishman does it, apparently he's arrogant. He's a difficult individual. I was thinking about it yesterday. It's like, so what does he have to do then? Does he have to win all of these tournaments? I don't know, get all these goals, and then everyone will go, oh, actually, he's a good lad, actually. But when the best players, and we work in this industry, you can't get close to the best players. We can't just phone up David Beckham and say, jump on here for 10 minutes, even though he works with the network. You still got to go through things, and they keep it away. But there just seems to be this like English bias behind it to be like, let's jump on this young man's back. And I think the way he conducts himself, and he continues to conduct himself, will stand him in good stead moving forward. But I think it's just an important narrative that people need to just start to understand. You can't get close to the best players in the world, the best athletes in the world, the best actors in the world, because there's a lot of people around them that just say, hey, stay over there, we control this.
And how amazing has it been, by the way, to see the reception, though, when he's in the stadium for the fans singing Hey Jude and all the love that he's getting right now. But you're so right, the narrative changes quickly, doesn't it? Speaking of the narrative, let's see what the narrative is with Nico Cantor. He's in Atlanta ahead of the match.
Edward, how are you feeling today?
I was feeling nervous, but then we got a Waymo here, and that was my first experience in a driverless car, and it was great.
Welcome to America.
Well, it took away the anxiety. But, you know, I was 8 years old when England won the World Cup. I remember it's a little kid with a cup. So this is just so exciting. If we can win this and get to the final, it's all our dreams.
What would it mean to see England win the World Cup again?
To be honest, it would be so much. My boys are here, you know, in a way they're quite lucky. I've had to wait more than 60 years. You know, they're in their early 20s, and for them to see it, and they are ultra excited.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, England have got a really good team. The Argentinian team is good, but I think player for player, I'd back England.
So, take me back to when you were 8 years old, watching Hurst, Bobby Moore, that 66 team. You were a kid, and so much of life has passed you by. Now, you know, you have your kids now, and you've probably told them stories of 66, and they've learned a lot about you and your stories. What does it feel?
Indeed. And, you know, coming here to America and to Mexico, with all our family, my 2 boys, my daughter, my wife's here, it's really a trip of a lifetime, and to be able to tell them those stories of Bobby Charlton, Jackie Charlton, you know, the first team that had 2 brothers in the final, and Jeff Hurst's hat-trick in 1966, and all of that, it just makes it an unbelievable experience. And, you know, playing Argentina doesn't get much bigger.
I would imagine that 1966 team, you feel very represented by them. What about this squad?
Yeah, no, very much so. I mean, you know, Harry Kane, what's not to like? What a super guy, what a gentleman, what an ambassador, what a goal scorer. He is the ultimate hero. And of course, the young blood coming up, Jude Bellingham. He's looking like he's going to be one of the best players in the world. Messi, look out.
So I wanted to ask you that, Jude or Messi?
At the moment, I think Jude, just because he's got youth on his side, obviously Messi is an absolute genius, and it's been a joy to watch him over the last 20-odd years. You know, he's brought to light to many people. But I think Jude is going to be there. I mean, hey, Jude, doesn't get much better than that.
Mate, thank you very much. Enjoy the match.
All right.
Thank you. Very
Sure
kind.
doesn't. He was 6 last time we won the World Cup.
8.
8, sorry. Just
If you
Poppy's
didn't,
nervous, everybody.
Also, if you weren't on your phone for the whole time, you'd have
Poppy's
listened.
nervous.
just to put in a bit
Poppy's
of
very
context.
nervous. The quicker the game starts, the better it will be for all of us.
Okay, well, it's almost here, everybody, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Stay with us, so we've got much more to come in just a second.
Played back 3, so it's the Republic of Congo, the DRC game, that I think they were able to keep England's wingers quite deep. We saw in the Mexico game, by playing really aggressive fullbacks, that kept England's wingers quite deep. So it could be the case that they're just going to be brave and say, fine, we know that their wingers are going to follow our wide players. So if we push our wide players forward, then we can sort of keep the transition threat away from us as well. So kind of interested to see how whether or not that plays out as well.
Okay. JJ, your official prediction, your official points of bad prediction is 4-0 Argentina.
Yeah.
What do you think might happen if you weren't being asked officially? Like unofficially, what do you think could be the case?
I think England, player for player, are better and they're just more athletic, but they also look knackered.
Yeah.
I think exactly what John said, I'm trying to get across that, is like they're going to be really narrow. I think they're going to have these things. And I hadn't thought about change of shape. That's interesting. That could be a thing. Messi obviously can just make things happen, but like they keep going behind Argentina and they've got like the grit and determination to get back into it. They've relied on like scoring a lot of chances from corners, weirdly.
Yeah.
Going back to all their goals, and it's the thing that keeps recurring. I think they'll know exactly how to stop Messi getting his little 1-2 pings around here to try and do things. I feel like Messi will do something anyway because he might as well.
He's Messi.
Because he's Messi.
You can't ever fully stop Messi.
I think England should be. I don't know. Do you know what? Having like Reece James and Jed Spencer is I don't really know anymore. I think if they went for the last team that he had, I think they could have pretty much comfortably seen it through and it would have been fine. But now I can't really tell. I think it could go to penalties, I think.
Okay.
I think Argentina could block them out for long enough.
Could be pens.
Yeah.
How about that? Well, we just saw a Posh Spice and David Beckham on the TV. England have sung their national anthem. JJ, do you want to come back and sit down?
Yes, I do.
John, do you want to go to the tactics cupboard now, or will you be hanging
okay.
out until the game begins?
I kind of need the toilet, so I might go to the toilet.
Just terrific broadcasting there, John. Why don't you pop into the toilet there? Is it a number 1 or a 2?
Number 1.
It's a number 1, guys. Everything's fine.
I always want to say number 3 for number 1 because it's like it rhymes. Number 2, number 3.
Oh, I see. Right, sure, yeah. Just on the rhyming spectrum, yeah. I'm fine with that on the rhyming spectrum. Okay, I've got my headphones on now to listen to Argentina's national anthem. Oh, there's Messi.
There he is.
He's singing it loud.
Belting it out.
They really are belting it out. Well, there's been a lot of talk about this game being meaning something and being feisty, and also that the crowd will all be mixed together as they have been at the World Cup so far.
Yeah.
A lot of people expecting trouble.
Yeah, I mean, there's an idea that it means a real awful lot to the Argentinians, particularly given the political aspects to it.
They're giving that biscuits, you're right.
But Lionel Scaloni has been quite keen in the build-up to dissociate his team from that. I think in the press conference, he literally said, this is just a game of football. We can't allow it to be anything more.
Right, yeah.
Which I get where he's coming from, because I think if the game becomes... I mean, Argentina are amazing at riding their emotional roller coasters, and it works so well for them. And I think it's, to be honest, what's got them as far as they've come, obviously adding to the quality of Lionel Messi, but I think that's they're the extra inch that they need to get past teams in this tournament so far.
Right.
So you can harness that, but there's also an element, as we saw last night with Spain, teams who can control games and keep their calm a bit more. Maybe there's something in that. So I wonder if England will try and avoid the game getting too dirty and nitty-gritty and all that kind of stuff, because I don't think it suits England at all. It suits Argentina way more because they're way better at that kind of game.
Sure.
I think England could be weasels Also, like there's a lot of them there that weasel a lot of the time. So like if they're getting bitten at, they'll just start really milking it, and that'll help them get free kicks and stuff.
We haven't really seen them. I feel like historically England have got that kind of switch in them where they just lose their heads in games like this, but we haven't really seen that for. Like, I feel like we didn't see that under the second half of Gareth Southgate's tenure.
You've got like Champions League level players now.
They're just very chilled, aren't they?
There's not that many characters like that in the England team, I would say.
No, when they're cynical, it usually seems purposeful.
Yeah, with an eye to
having said that,
like
Jude Bellingham seems like, I mean, he obviously has like an incredible degree of coolness about him, but also he seems like the most emotional player, like the one that's more likely to act on emotion.
John spoke about this quite well in the past, where he's kind of got that Wayne Rooney edge to him, where he needs the emotion to kind of propel him to the levels he gets to, and I think he really thrives on the narrative, which I think again can be a superpower if you can harness it in the right way.
Back in the 90s and 2000s, a lot of European teams, when you watch UEFA Cup and Champions League, stuff like that, a lot of those teams end up winning because they were doing what was referred to as the dark arts, like basically like rolling around, pretending to be injured, waiting for the touch to go down, like diving. And especially the English teams were blamed for not adopting those sorts of tactics.
Sure.
There are players in that England team who
they do them now.
Do exactly the same thing now. They have fully learned that they're wise. They've taken on the ideas from the continent, and it's wherever you think of it, it's the way to.
It's the way modern football is
winners
played.
do it. Yeah.
I mean, I've watched the highlights of the last England-Argentina. Well, the last one. I think it is actually the last one in the World Cup. No, 98 World Cup. Basically, I watched the highlights of that earlier today. And Michael Owen wins a penalty, which he 100% dives for.
Is that right?
Yeah. So it's been there in the English team. There's just sort of, I guess, a narrative that
as well.
The English team fair play, whereas the
Michael Owen's pretty new though. Still, I know you're young.
Is he?
Yeah, I know you're young, but like Michael Owen's new.
He's had a whole career. He's been and gone.
He's not old, Kaya. I hate to inform you.
He's a wonder kid that came through.
Yeah, he's new. So I still think the point of play is that what we're talking about is the people that came before Michael Owen. Do you remember who they were?
I barely remember Michael Owen.
Alan Shearer didn't dive.
I don't remember Michael Owen being a club player, really. I remember him being sort of around in England tournaments, but I don't really remember him certainly don't remember him as a Liverpool player.
You don't remember that goal he scored for Man United in 2010 in the 4-3 game against Manchester City?
You know what? I have a very sad, emotional story about that, where...
Really?
I had been a naughty boy that day, and I'd been made to go to bed early. I think I was 12.
Oh, wow.
Still,
okay.
Maybe a bit too old to be sent to bed early, but it's just by the by.
Right.
I'm over it. But, I'd been sent to bed early, and we were in Turkey on holiday with my family, so Match of the Day was 2 hours later. So I couldn't watch it on Match of the Day. So I remember being very frustrated and not watching that game. So
I remember being in a pub in Bruges, absolutely hammered drunk because the Belgian bartender had seen me coming a mile off and was serving me the largest measures of whiskey that you could imagine. And my bar tab, well, I mean, actually, back in the day, it wouldn't sound like that much now. It was over €100, but this was it was a long time ago, and there was only 2 of us, and we only watched 2 games of football. But it was great. It was a tourist trap, but I was happy to be trapped in lovely Bruges. All right, here we go. We look like we're about to get ready to kick off now.
We are.
Bellingham looking pretty chilled.
Argentina's latest number 10, following in the footsteps of Diego and maybe eclipsing him. The greatest that has ever played the game.
1966, right?
Yeah.
Great.
I've
remembered that now. No, I wasn't born then either, thankfully.
How's your emotional state coming into this game, Joe? How are you feeling?
I'm relatively calm at this stage.
Yeah?
Yeah, I you know, now you've asked me that, I feel a little uneasy.
Drop yourselves in. Could be an incredible evening. Let's hope so. Straight away, England are into the press and the pressure. Forcing a throw-in. It's back to Mark Gahey and across to John Stones, who
No doubt has been selected partly due to his experience of all the big occasions that football has to throw at you.
How brilliant he was the other night as well. Showed all of that experience.
Elliot Anderson, who's played beyond his years over the last few games. Anderson takes a shot from McAllister. No problem there. Stones will find Gahey.
That won't be the last time this evening that happens.
Jed Spence, how his star has risen with some wonderful substitute cameo appearances. From the start on the left where he'd rather be, and the first free kick of the game goes England's way, and Bellingham can laugh about it. It's Argentina who have been the first team to take a sit back and have a look approach. Leandro Paredes just leaving one on.
Good old-fashioned one, just to let you know I'm here and you're not going to have an easy evening.
Pickford seeks out Anthony Gordon. Molina's header. Romero. Manchester United's Martinez. Now here's Tagliafico. Argentina throwing.
England trying to press high there, Guy. Don't mind that at all early on in the game. Trying to put them under as much pressure as possible.
Tagliafico. Alvarez, who was flicking it in. Messi is then got to grips with by Elliot Anderson, and the referee, and maybe that's a sign, was quite happy to let it go. He's let the next one go as well, which was a borderline assault on Anderson.
You just beat me to it, Guy. I think that's really refreshing that let's hope that continues. There's a bit of argy-bargy in the middle of the park as well.
It has started.
Bring it on. I love it. Early part of the game.
It's that first challenge on Lionel Messi. We've seen it in so many games where he asks, he gets. Not there.
Not on this occasion. That's why I said it's pretty refreshing, because for the most part in this tournament. And then they get that. Fernandes comes right in the back of Elliot Anderson.
Was Anderson who was laying hands on Lionel Messi? How dare he?
Yep.
No love lost. Jude Bellingham making the point that it might have been just a little bit more than a challenge that was on the rough side. Gordon. Anderson. You'll no doubt tell me that there's a northeast boy. He'll be quite happy with that. Mark it for later.
You expect it, particularly early on in this game.
He has looked ever since he became a regular in the Premier League, as though he's quite happy at taking that sort of stuff. Nothing will phase him. And here's Spence. Spence keeps going. He was close to winning a corner. He was close to carving a way right through. Argentina get it up and away from Messi to chase. A little stumble, but no problem in steering the ball back to Pickford.
I do think where you can get a bit of joy down the sides of the fullbacks for Argentina, whether that's our two fullbacks or whether that's Rodgers or Gordon, because they congest the middle of the park, the space has to be in behind the fullbacks.
James dispossessed by McAllister. Alvarez instinctively looking for Messi. Gahey wasn't far away from him. Did you get a shiver down your spine when you saw Simeone on that team sheet tonight?
Anderson trying to work something, but Anderson played it into the space where James might have been otherwise.
Now Gordon.
Sense about bothering Emi Martinez. Here's Rodgers. It's the third time he's gone already, Anthony Gordon.
He's crossing now.
Taking on Tagliafico to fashion a cross.
Oh.
Bellingham. Looking for Simeone. Spencer's done really well against it.
Come on, Dex.
Anderson. He's been taken across to take the corner. Maybe this one tells us he's fully back to health and fitness. For about the third time. His corners haven't been on the money that we usually expect from him.
He clips the back of his heel there, doesn't he?
Yes.
The referee's got a great view of it. No hesitation. Free kick.
Come on.
Somebody was on the field in 98, Al.
Come on.
Did you get a shiver down your spine when you saw
Come on,
Simeone on the team sheet tonight?
I did actually.
Okay,
I've
header.
got that shirt that he wore, Simeone, on. My son's taken it off me anyway, so.
That's
Even
what
in that
oh.
clean the car with it. Having a wrestle on the edge of the box.
That's it. Put the tackles in.
Here's Rodgers. Rodgers taking on Tagliafico to fashion a cross. And earning England the corner. Well done, Morgan Rodgers.
Wait, England!
Early on in the game, but
they fouled England instead. How's the Argentina?
They're better players.
How's the Argentina?
Across to take the corner. Maybe this will tell us if he's fully back to fine health and fitness.
Yeah, because lots of his corners haven't been on the money that we usually expect from him, have they?
Says he is perfectly good to go again now.
Oh, they look nervous, you know. They look shaky, Argentina. Press it, that's it. Who's coming for that?
Back to the old 2018 bus stop for a moment in the middle.
Come on, that's it.
Being lent into by Reece James. Free kick Argentina. Rice in, Martinez stays back. Bellingham's having a wrestle on the edge of the box. Spence in. Nick it from Messi. The referee has given a free kick to Argentina.
I thought there was no foul.
Played that against the back of Margay's head, trying to take it quickly.
Well, there was no zonal marking then. It was every single man in a white shirt was being man-marked. No way through.
Anderson came quickly in.
I'm supposed to take fouls.
This could be an evening where...
Press him, man. Press him. Don't let him walk around with the ball like that. Can't let him do that.
With a stroll forward.
He faked the shot for us.
The ones to calm the stomach are just down there if you need them. It's forced to the floor by Simeone. They're clever from Anderson, though. He knows he's probably just steps in front of him, waiting for the contact to buy the free kick. McAllister, Tagliafico was being lent into by Reece James. Free kick Argentina.
Alvarez had just made a run in behind the English
Okay,
defence.
come on.
McAllister.
Luckily, he
Bring him
wasn't
down,
spotted
that's
as
it.
the chose to play it in the middle there and they
Foul.
get the foul, but he did
Yes,
a great run in
that's it.
behind
Play him.
Alvarez.
Kick him. He's kicking.
Well, we have only had 8.5 minutes. At some point, a football match
Those
will break
guys are
out.
the corrupt people in football. Those guys are
Battle lines are being drawn right now. A bit of time on the ball to settle. Messi. Anderson came quickly in. He's chasing another one. He doesn't have to. He's going up for an England throw-in.
No pressure on that.
Able to stroll forward and find Alvarez. There's Anderson, who once again is forced to the floor
Come on,
by
Gordon.
Simeone.
Come on.
Yeah, clever from Anderson though, he knows he's coming, he just steps in front of him, waits for the contact to buy the free kick.
To properly be able to hook it back. Just a little bit too much pace on it. But those are the areas I think that England will look to exploit. Possessed by Paredes.
That's it.
Then Anderson a little too keen. Foul on Enzo Fernandez. Elliot Anderson's been the key figure for England so far.
I think it's plain to see that both teams are not giving anyone a bit of time on the ball to settle.
There's no doubt forcing Martinez to try and kick that ball as much as he can. Chasing another one, he doesn't have to. Tomlinson, it's gone out for an England throw-in. England only go in one direction towards the final.
Come on, come on, come on. Foul. What's wrong with this ref?
How is that more foul?
Some sort of wrestling on the floor.
They finally met their match. Argentina finally met their match here.
The next player to hit the deck, Thomas Tuchel, has had an exchange of words with Lionel Scaloni,
and the officials, and there are on the field, off the field, everywhere you look. And there's fouls as well. As soon as anyone gets the ball, as I said, they haven't got a split second to get it out because the tackles are coming in. There's little bits going on all over the park, just like you see it now. One just after that as well. Rogers trying to track back.
Why are they always talking to the ref?
Two conversations with the extra operators.
How was that not Argentina's fault? That was.
Really quite realised what he had in store. Be really careful you don't get dragged into what they want you to do. They will be happy that it's a bitty game and stop start and fouls here, there, everywhere. That's what they will want.
Mercedes.
Messi around the corner for City, who have moved around the corner too quickly. Did as well. Good ball into him, but he just went a bit too much. Look at this. That's ridiculous. Get used to it.
Don't shake his hand, man. What are you doing? Don't shake his hand. Man, come on, try to pick him up. Keep the ball away.
Entitled to get that ball back. Then again, don't get drawn in. So,
don't try to shake his hand. Just play. Shake his hand after the match. In the match, you're not friends. Don't know each other.
Anything stupid. Give the referee the opportunity. Think about something. 70 seniors here. All in black, as always.
I want to say nobody will do that.
Spencer.
All in black.
Gordon continues.
Come on, Gordon. Come on.
Spencer's continued into the.
Oh, shoot!
Anthony Gordon having a look.
Why didn't you shoot?
Maybe a step or two too far. He did. That's
Too
exactly
many touches, man. Rashford would have shot from there, straight away.
Into the traffic, straight into someone who's tackling it. Now Argentina start to weave.
You caught him once, twice already.
It's a cross towards Alvarez. Reece James in front of him. Didn't know
James, what are you doing?
That's over everybody, but Argentina will keep on pushing with Talifico. Paredes.
It took too many touches there in the opposition box.
But that's encouraging. That's twice. Now Gordon's trying to get in on that left-hand side, in behind the fullback. He should have done better on that occasion.
He should
make his mind up quicker and getting across or coming and getting his shot away. Paredes. McAllister. Maybe gets it away from Messi. Simeone uses his body well in front of Spence to make sure it's an Argentina throw-in. Paredes.
From normal parts.
So these parts here.
To local parts.
Stickers, isn't it? For stickers.
Some nice beat to it by Messi.
Come on. Come on. Break. Oh, he exposed it too much.
Really good tackle. It was. It had to be. That's his job in there, Paredes. Just to sit in front of that back four for that, whenever that happens.
Yeah, you know when
with
the
a
World Cup
really smart turn.
Come on.
Messi then goes down.
Come on.
For the second
Nobody's
time
giving you get up, you shit.
The referee does not bow to his bidding. Now he gives England a free kick because
Look at him raising his arms up like.
Messi's clearly not happy. He wants a
Do
free
you know in
kick
the World
again.
Cup you can actually get another one. I might want to get that in the that would definitely be a foul.
That was a really good tackle and no chance of a foul.
Why is he laughing?
You're laughing in his face,
Juventus
isn't it?
man is back in his homeland now with Boca Juniors. Nicolas Otamendi on the bench, formerly at Manchester City for a long time with Benfica.
He's just gone back home with River Plate.
They met the final, met the match. This is the perfect place for Argentina. Don't let them feel you're scared of them.
Who do you call them? Why are you saying?
No, yeah, England are playing perfect game because they stop to be physical. As they said, they cheat. You know, when they play football, they play nasty football. They don't play nice football.
Harry Kane comes looking for it.
In England, we play the physical now.
Reece James moving into midfield. Bellingham.
Come on. Come on.
James recovers. Spence
Come on again. He's done it again.
Back comes Enzo Fernandez to stop him going any further. The confidence that is surging through Jed Spence is... It's delightful to see.
Spence is cooking.
It is. He's doing well. He's given the option down on that left-hand side. Just tried a little flick, hasn't he, twice through the legs and just managed to get the tackle at the last ditch.
Come on, Rogers, you've gone too far.
Tagliafico, stopped by Rice. Stones will steer this one back to Pickford. So Mick Jagger does nearly as many miles as you've been doing. You've been singing a little bit more often now. Not as good as him, but I'll vouch for that. You do all right.
His dad goes out the box.
Tagliafico on Rodgers. England get on with the game.
Come on.
Okay. Bellingham was started to make the run and was frustrated again. He didn't see him. Or didn't think he could find him. What does it take? 18 minutes or so. That's settled down a little bit and players are getting a little bit more time on the ball.
Come on, let's go.
Turned in by Rodgers to Rice. Rodgers to Rice again. Rice had to stretch for it further than he wanted to. England's throwing that. He's happier than he did the other day. Absolutely. He's far more comfortable in his running style as well. He was really struggling, wasn't he, the other night? You could tell.
Are you watching or
Go, Kane.
Oh, is he? Come on.
James across.
Oh.
That's meat and drink to Martinez. Well, we've seen twice from the left-hand side and now from the right-hand side. A little bit overlap there from Reece James. Rodgers sees him. Martinez sees Gordon coming out of the corner of his eye. Messi trying to get away from Anderson. He's got a few yards now. Oh, he's giving it back
That's
to him.
it.
He'll enjoy that. Well, he twisted 2 or 3 times, didn't he, Messi? And his touch was poor and give Anderson the chance to tackle him. Tagliafico. Alvarez on the left wing. Simeone has come in from the right. Alvarez. Ball across to Messi. That was a really good touch from Julian Alvarez. There's an instinct between those two. Not back towards Simeone. He doesn't reach him and the flag goes up for offside. England free kick. Yeah, Messi was offside. How Alvarez saw where Messi was going to be from where he was, but he didn't have too many other options in the middle, guy. He just looked up there, and that's, you see Messi do that so many times, try and save energy just to come in there right at the last second, and that's exactly what Alvarez was looking for. That's what that much about Messi. We sometimes overlook the threat of the Atletico Madrid man. What a goal he scored in the semi-final.
That is the semi-final.
The quarter-final, rather. He's the man for semi-finals. Seems to score in pretty much all of them. Scored in the last one Argentina played against Croatia at the last World Cup. Scored in the Copa America. He's scored in Champions League semis, Copa del Rey's. Anyway, enough of that. He went against Rodgers there. That's Messi with it. Beautiful little touch away from Anderson.
Daddy, do you want to wear my badge?
Molina. Torres.
Very impressive.
Over to Alvarez.
You know what I said? I said.
Come on, good block.
Swing it over, stopped by
Then I
James.
said England has got this.
Fernandez was making one of those runs into the penalty area we see so often at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, that's exactly what he was trying to find him, Alvarez. Saw the spot of the run, he just couldn't get the ball to him.
Bad boys, bad boys, bad boys.
Paredes.
Bad boys, bad boys, bad boys.
Come on, good tackle there.
Nearly caught him out. Might have ended up just catching him.
Why are you giving it to them like that? That's how they play Argentina. That's how they play. That's how you go play them.
Ball's there to try and win it. I know he mistimes it, but he just catches him on the top of the foot. Messi. Gets it out wide. Caught a few out. Simeone gets busy against Spence. Spence would not move out of his way. It's going to be an Argentina corner though. Good defending 1v1. Not letting him pass at all. Sergio Aguero watches on.
Aguero.
Oh, what a player he was. There's one we don't have to worry about this
City
evening.
legend. City legend.
Thank goodness.
In that picture, you know when you come out that academy, when you train, you go off the blue side.
He
That's
was
the way
on
you
the
took that picture. That's him.
Sergio was
A legend. From City.
Argentina corner now. Alexis McAllister has been a kind of unlikely threat from these. Climbed into heading to give them the lead against Switzerland on Saturday. Simeone, who's pestering Pickford. Those two have already clashed once. Over it comes. Pickford didn't get much on it. The referee, though, was watching them all the time and seeing Simeone. And that was that. Well, he tried to see it to him beforehand, didn't he? You see, he's not even looking at the ball there, blocking him. Clear block.
He blocked it.
Referee did blow straight away. So we go to the first half hydration break. What's coming up then?
Yeah.
The third, fourth place playoff.
Come
comes
on.
before the final, and that will be
They're doing
on
well.
Saturday
It's not done too bad, to be honest.
From
Just need a goal.
9:30 p.m. live from Miami on BBC One and iPlayer. We're hoping that England will not be playing France in that one. And then on Sunday, the World Cup final. Kick-off is at 8 p.m. but we'll start way before that. All live from the New York, New Jersey Stadium. And there's one of those QR codes on the screen, so if you want to get involved by scanning that, it'll take you to the live page of the BBC Sport app.
Messi has not had any fun at all. He's not let Messi play.
So let's go for the reaction. 24 minutes in of Wayne and the rest of the boys. Wayne, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the game is a bit cagey, stop start.
This one's good. Josie, you like this one?
Both teams really getting into
What are the
rhythm of the game. I think I'm expecting to see it settle down and start seeing a few more patterns to play. But at the minute, as expected, a very cagey game. Yeah, and as expected with Ismail Al-Fat, how he was going to take this game is really interesting. No yellow cards yet. There's so much drama already in the first 25 minutes. Little niggly bits of play, but England kept their composure. I'm really pleased with them for that.
Pinaldo is terrible at scoring open play
Yep,
goals.
really kept the composure, Joe. Absolutely spot on. But just a couple of things tactically. When England moved the ball really quickly, I think Spence and Gordon down that left-hand side are really dangerous. On the other side, James and Rodgers, it's just like picking their moments. And when they get in there, having that composure. I said it before the game. This is an area where we can exploit them. Just need to have that composure when they get in them areas.
It ranged from things
Thank you,
as far
Micah.
as,
Joe,
well, there's
Wayne.
not much to talk about yet, football-wise, to maybe you'll have a talk about the referee, maybe you'll say something about
two stops.
reactions.
I would
What do
like
you
to
think?
see England add a little bit
Yeah, there's not been much to talk about yet, has there?
No.
Yeah, it's just been quite a touchy game.
Also cause
I feel like
problems
Argentina
because
are
I
trying
think the slower the pace, the
get
more it
England
will
up and
suit
play through them.
Argentina.
England,
11
England is
fouls
sort of trying to
in
go quite
the
direct and
24
deep, and then
minutes
maybe
that we've watched. I don't
consolidate
have the
into
exact
possession
numbers to hand, but I
if they win it higher up
suspect
the pitch
that is a high
and going from there. But
for any game that we've seen
there's been
at
no
the
shots.
tournament so far.
Why do you have to talk?
I think Thomas Tuchel is for
Come on, let's
the
go.
first half breaks.
I don't know if
Yes,
that
as we've
suits
seen,
England. Maybe it does.
very
Maybe
much a
the idea
coach
is
with a
to try and
tactical,
hit and break
analytical brain, and the
generate
more he
some
can
kind of
impart to his
play
players every
forward.
chance that he gets,
But so far,
he
I
will
think
use those
Argentina's
opportunities,
been
and he's used them
pretty
well,
good
hasn't he?
in terms of
His
by
job,
not
he was
allowing any
hired
of those sorts of situations
to
to
get
become
England through
unmanageable.
games like this, to get England through to a final and win a final. Gareth did incredibly well, getting to semi-finals and finals, but just couldn't get England over the line. Tuchel was hired to do exactly that.
We've had in here has been
Exactly
Argentina,
this sort of game against
maybe
opposition who've
intention was to
been
come out a
there
bit
and
early
done it
and
and know
throw some
every trick in the book to get it done. Every one of this starting line for Argentina was a World Cup winner in Qatar. Took it away. Bellingham was overtaken, and now Argentina are getting busy with Alvarez, and it's got the toe end off.
I don't know. Argentinians are just so much better
Behind
at
for a goal,
doing this
and that possibly is the first mistake or two England have made. Poor from Pickford, he goes to clear it with his left foot because he's being closed down. Doesn't get it right, and puts England under pressure.
It's nice to see that. It just looks a bit funnier when it's. Argentinians just seem
He's
so
got
much more
long
angry
towards
that it
Rogers.
seems to make more sense.
Reece James is
But
following
you've
him.
got the impression that England have
Won
been
the
told,
race to the
like,
ball with McAllister.
You've got to put it in.
You've got to put it in as well. And
right, well, the game's
doesn't
kicked off
blow
again,
his
so
whistle.
we can go back to you,
He's
cover.
giving Argentina's way for some. Players were not understanding that decision. Well, that had to be McAllister late on James. Noticing look at Thomas Tuchel.
Absolute shit.
Well, it's late on James.
Oh, well, in
Shit
the
all the time.
I mean, it's probably a foul, James. It's funny though.
What? He gave a throw to Argentina.
Why are you putting yours like?
How do you in a game like this, Adam, stop yourself getting whacked up by the opposition? Yeah, it's very difficult, but that's the difference. Is the tiny percentages.
And as the manager,
Can't afford to.
Sometimes
I said earlier, it was hard
people
enough for
like
the
that.
11 so silly mistakes.
Yes, another
Sometimes
episode
people
of
are like
Referee the
Argentina.
opportunity to
Hey,
give you a red card.
Look forward to seeing the replays of Enzo Fernandez thumping that guy in the back of the neck. Cool, we haven't seen one replay of it.
Sometimes
Isn't it?
people are
Did you
like
say
this.
Argentina or VAR?
And sometimes the people are like
I'm calling them
this.
Argentina.
Okay.
But also,
Come on, what a pass. What a pass. Come on, can you get it?
Get it. How do you not want to?
James was content to lose the race because he knew it would get him a throw. Not involved as much as he would like to, Harry, so then he starts to go a little bit deeper and play those balls, which of course he's excellent at.
Just tuck it in at the right second, dragging Reece James with him.
Couldn't do it, that's why.
Yeah, I love that.
You can see why every team in the world suddenly wants to.
Gets up with the game.
Tell them in the break. Yeah, I mean, it's the second time they've got to make that ball now, isn't it?
Impressive.
Maybe this is one of the reasons why Reece James started the game.
Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah,
Ball's number one.
In the fullback.
Certainly in that conversation.
Morgan Rogers is like strong receiving the ball as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Talifica's defended it pretty well so far.
They look, I zoomed it forward. I zoomed.
He's had 100 years of experience.
Well,
that's true. That does help.
Sorry, that's a foul. That one's a foul.
It definitely is a foul, though. Yeah.
I didn't say it wasn't a foul. I'm saying that's a foul.
Messi starting to drift.
Almost like a diamond shape.
Moving into the middle more and more.
Bellingham and Rogers.
Yeah, they can't play. They can't play. Who else will let them play?
Some of the chat saying this feels like a Copa America game, which I think.
Messi as much as he wants, and he drops deep as well.
Capello.
Let's see who's picking up Messi. Let him control the game.
Take it away.
There we go.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, he left him for dead.
King's
trying to block that pass to Messi the whole time.
He's cooking them, Jude.
You can see now why Paredes is doing
Come on, Jude.
instead of football.
Look at that. Watch this.
Right at football, am I right, guys?
Capello.
There he is.
He's cooking them.
That's all Papa Fabio. Pickford, you are making me want to do a poo. Will you calm down?
Would that be a 2 or a 3?
That would be a 5, I think, at this stage. Yes, Bellingham.
Well done.
Here we go. One down, and another, and another.
Advantage. I just get the ball to Rodgers on the edge of the box and he blew up.
Well, it's a global conspiracy.
Yeah.
My God.
There's infection.
Where's
I feel
the yellow now? The only yellow will be for the punch.
Come on, Dex.
Right,
Full of Real Madrid free kick here.
What happened there? Yeah, no yellows in the whole game still.
Could this be a Decker's free kick? Very rare.
Why the heck not?
I can't wait to find
out what level of challenge is a yellow card. Yeah, it's going to be great.
Someone's going to have to go to hospital.
Someone's head's going to come off. I feel like at the start of the second half there'll be one of those tackles in the referee.
Everyone did it
Well,
both
it's
straight.
late enough into the game now that I can start giving yellow cards, you know?
Yes. Stadium singing "Hey Jude" for Jude Bellingham.
With Martinez barring the way for Stones.
Lift those shorts up, Deckers. Let's go. I mean, surely he's going to pass this, isn't he?
I don't think he can shoot from there.
Definitely must do anything he wants, but I do think he should pass.
He has.
Someone's been thrust to the ground at the back post. Looked like it was Morgan Rodgers who went head first into the
Come on.
Have a look at this. Hopefully the direction will He's pushing the
Stones has actually done quite well there to I mean, get the header.
Definitely, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Father like son, eh?
Look at him. Look at what he's not even playing football. Look at what he's doing. He's trying to headbutt him.
Little risky.
Oh, there we go. And off it goes.
Well done, Jed Spence.
Just across to the
Clear
referee.
return to Spence.
Wanting some
Good strength from Jed Spence. Oh, come on!
Simeone's sixth foul of the game.
What is happening, referee?
Come on, man.
Book him!
That one's a bit 50-50. Yeah.
I know, but surely the accumulation at this point, JJ, surely.
Yeah.
Word in the referee.
He's talking to him.
Trying to apply as
He's
much
not,
pressure
he's
as he can.
Still trying to walk away. Says
Looking
come
for
back, he
Jed
doesn't come
Spence
back.
and finding him.
Come on. Come on.
He's going head first.
Just believe in yourself, Tony.
No way near the ball there. It's outrageous. Crying out loud.
Simeone. Spence all over him. And Jed Spence wins the duel.
Oh!
Yeah, I feel like the ref's definitely gone into this game being like, we're not going to book anyone for the first
The first half.
40 minutes. Fucking avoid it.
Yeah.
It's not quite flowing, but
This
it's
is over the West referee. I just think it's at this stage it's hugely invasive.
They met their match, you know. Argentina finally met their match.
Touched by Gordon.
Look at that. They're not playing football. They're just kicking people.
Daddy, is this not box?
Brilliant, Jay.
Some of it. Huh?
Where are you going, son?
Let's look at this.
Yes, brilliant, Jay.
I'd like to see that from Jed Spence, so you're not applying the pressure on and putting the
Come on, James.
getting the tackle against the rule from the England fans. I think he's been terrific. Yes.
Get back on side, Spence. That's a foul.
Straight to the back of him.
Honestly. Yes, Bellingham, well done. This is good. I like that. That sequence was fun because
Really
they
good play.
sort of brought it to them. It was very physical.
Woof.
Come on, man. Bloody hell.
Maybe isn't getting much attention just yet.
Absolutely
Or Stones.
insane.
Such a bad tackle.
Martinez
I don't know how they have
goes
to remain
into
in
zone.
Well,
time.
the thing is, that's what the rules have been set now,
This is
so
still
they need
the
to
floor
work
as
out
he
to
comes
play
back
within
his
the
way.
parameters.
Yeah.
Set the referee.
I have.
You know what the game is now.
But I have so much admiration for these players because they're so chilled out, and I have absolutely lost my mind already.
If it go
You know what? It is incredible that I'm not swearing now. I am livid.
Come on, take him out. That's it.
If either team scores, it's going to get absolutely bananas.
Why tell me
It's
to
like-
foul?
Come on, here we go.
I wanna
This
see
one's on the ball.
foul.
Okay.
Oh, it was brilliant. Played from Messi, the way he protected the ball. 2 or 3 challenges coming in for him. He's still kicking away with it. He's got that card. It's been waved around.
Power. Play it right.
No, that's maybe not it, Rice.
Oh,
Declan.
There he
goes. I don't like yet.
Good
Yes,
Spence, well
Jet
done.
Spence, get him, bring him down. No,
Oh my God,
no.
he's just held off 2.
Still big tackled. Elliot Anderson's going to get one win up there.
Wow. Why is Anderson getting a yellow? Why?
And they're in pushing now.
What are they doing? What's happening?
Anderson should stay away.
Your
Stay away,
Lord and
Anderson.
Saviour got fouled
Stay
once
away.
in the game.
Stay away. Oh, he's got the yellow card out. So I think
Two from
Anderson's going to
Gordon.
get booked here.
Getting away from that one.
That's the yellow card for everyone. I think he's just done there.
Oh my
Both
God.
of them clatter into it, don't they? Spence and Anderson.
Okay.
You were,
It sounded a lot bigger.
It's because you were making fun of your Lord and Saviour.
It's because that wobbles loads.
See Messi
So,
starting
even
across
when
the
you lean
plane.
back then, like the whole thing goes with the chair, you see.
That sounded so much louder than it was.
Just move your chair slightly, JJ. Your chair's like leaning on the
Careful
shelf.
there.
That's what is happening, I think. As in, like the whole thing's moving based on your.
Yeah, you might be
if
right.
you slide it forwards, there you go. Yeah. Ooh. Who got yellow? Who got the yellow?
Anderson, I think. I mean,
Everyone, he just did it to everyone.
in fairness, that's the yellow card. It's just there are plenty of others that haven't been given so far. That is a yellow card.
Continuing protest saying,
Nothing is. You're not getting anything today from this ref, Russ.
On that.
I think because Messi was about to run through them and score a goal in the tournament, so to stop him
wasn't
not
that
going
far,
to
but you know, wonderful strike.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I swear to God.
Do you see the way 2 players bounced off Messi?
Yeah,
He looks small, and you're like, I'm going to nick it, and he just bounced off him. He's got force field. How is he human?
Plus, like when the referees referee the games like this, it's so in his favour as well. So it's like that helps him be better, doesn't it?
There he goes. Oh, have you seen that? It was in. Oh,
Fernandez just over the bar.
What a hit!
All manner of tests against very good teams throughout the course of the tournament, but now you're up against men. Yeah, very experienced ones as well.
It didn't take a
in this competition, clearly know what they're doing.
Very
Might not be
on that.
playing sparkling football, Argentina, but very much like England, they've found a way to win games when they've been under pressure.
Right, what are you doing there? Careful. Just leave it. You don't need to go on it. Okay?
I would like to know who
Simeone
actually
champ
did
Rice,
get
helped by Gay here, now Spain's got the lead for it.
Let's see what it says. I'm pretty sure it was Anderson. Yeah, it was.
Anderson's calling for Gay to sort that out. Struck to Messi. Rice.
Actually, it's relevant with the context. I was thinking about this with England. It's like they've played a video game and they've got different levels to go through, like an ice level, a fire level.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, a woodland and a desert level. Yeah,
violence level. Local sort of base thuggery level.
Well, it's just like the level where there's loads of really annoying things you have to get around.
The level of injustice. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The XG so far in this game, someone's asked in the chat, is 0.01 Argentina, 0.05 England. We are 40 minutes into the match.
It's a battle and it's good fun. There he goes.
Don't lose it, Rice. Brilliant.
Well done, Rice.
There we go.
Okay. I think I may be nearing my point of where I'm going to stop excusing the referees' leniency.
Yeah, we're approaching 40 minutes. That was your cut-off point.
I think I'm getting there. Just the way Fernandez got up in his face claiming there was a touch when there was never a touch in a billion years. Right. That really got under my skin.
The way that you are reacting as referee is genuinely how it feels to be a supporter of a non-old firm team.
Yeah,
in Scotland. Yeah. This is genuinely what it's like. The tackling isn't quite as vicious.
You can't let them control the game like this. You cannot let them control the game like this. You need to press them, get them off your half. That's it.
There's no need
Rogers,
to lessen our arguments, Carl.
Where's the card? That's it.
That's a lovely ball around the corner.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Really nice.
I'm just watching Messi the whole time.
Great close control from Rodgers. Once he goes packing, then that's when he gets his shirt up there. The referee's got a good view of it, so he has to give him a yellow, and he has.
Just like looking when he, like when Messi
He's got yellow.
on his shoulder.
The thing is, you can't let them go through the game the way they do. Just
there.
get them off your half. Press them. You have to play the game in your own half.
He knows exactly what's there.
But that's what they've done. That's how they've turned it into a start game. And then England have had the ball. It's been a foul. Been able to create a rhythm, have they?
Yeah, right there.
Well done, Declan Rice.
Play it. Don't let him foul you. Play it. Oh, you had to play it. That's a yellow. There we go.
Well done, referee. You finally found your pocket.
Lisandro Martinez for the shirt pull.
I'm not then. Is you not left over?
Messi.
Good strength from Rodgers, though.
Messi is
Anderson.
Well, Sandro Martinez is getting sent off. That'll help England certainly in the second half.
To be fair, he's been kind of quiet in comparison to the rest of them.
That's true.
Him and
the one with the yellow
How's that not
card.
foul?
Anderson was again fouled when he got the ball.
It was always going to be one of them.
He's
dangerous things for England.
Horrible.
Conceding and closing for this
Great
ball.
tackle. You mean horrible in the sense of the tension, or horrible in the sense?
Oh, the way he plays it.
Not a good, really that good a spectacle apart from the drama of.
You're going to have to take quick
players
ones.
fighting.
I think maybe it's this the
Quick into stride to catch up with Simeone.
That's it. Well done.
Oh, so good.
Anderson did well to intercept.
Well done, Anderson.
Did well to win the free kick there.
He's taking it early.
Go.
Bellingham charging forward here.
Go on, Jude.
Great challenge, Romero.
He did, to be fair.
Yeah, cut the
We were
line
here a couple of weeks
off.
ago for the game against Democratic Republic of Congo. I think that is down here tonight.
That's a great
How many
touch.
more
That's
seats
so
are
hard
given
to
up to
control
broadcasters and media? Goodness me.
that. Bouncing ball.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said
The world is watching.
Argentinian players, except for Messi, will get sent off, but he will still find a way to score the winning goal.
Watching a very start game in the minute, aren't they, for the vast majority of this first half.
That's why he's there.
Bellingham won't get there. Martinez is the Argentina
He's
cover.
going to go down there.
He takes a safety first approach.
God, JJ's rubbing off on me, isn't he?
That's what they do.
Anderson. That's a bit too much. Reece James hamstrings.
I don't know if the players know what the other person's doing.
Scaloni is a very good-looking manager, I would say. He's got a real specific look about him.
He's nailed his managerial look
Two
by
or
not
three
going
times
to
that
shoot
England
or
going behind, two down the
Yeah.
left, one down the right, but not really seen anything in forward positions. Neither goalkeepers had a
He
shot.
looks
to
like
take.
he's in a musical. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, Jude. Stay strong. Stay up. Stay on your feet. You're not gonna get it. Anything from the ref, you're not gonna get it. You got to stay on your feet, man.
I don't mind the idea, though.
Yeah, yeah.
And it earned England a throw.
Mum,
Makes
freak out.
sense to take.
Yeah. A bit of direct play as well there from Spence, because I feel like with the fouls Argentina committing midfield, it's kind of almost impossible to go that way right now. So just getting forward quickly.
Give it to Jed.
I mean, it plays for England States anyway, but it feels like a good tactic in this one.
This is one of the reasons that has been given for, not by the England camp, but by observers, analysts, journalists, about why maybe Kobe Manu hasn't been getting a game, because that ball that Elliot Anderson just tried to play, that kind of wide, arcing, sweeping ball, is one that Kobe Manu doesn't necessarily have in the locker, you know. It's interesting. So I find that interesting.
Quickly,
It's like
but there was
one
another ball on the
possible
field.
reason as to why he's not.
I wonder who. Right next to the Argentina dugouts where they can't take a quick throw in.
That one on Bellingham seemed like a foul.
We do the same.
The referee did not buy it.
3 minutes of added time, so that's just a high
Harris, no.
Great tackle. I'm not sure about that because this game's been so stop-start. But more great tackles. There you go.
My wife has just messaged me saying no live stream? Question mark. I hope there is.
Maybe she's on the Tifo channel.
I'm live now.
Tell her it's on the FSC channel. I think some people got confused by that the other day.
Help on the ball, Rogers. He's demanded someone short for him. How is that going for you, Alan Rogers? Instead of being quicker, centre on the wheel, it's not his favourite position, is it? Morgan Rogers. Got to do what he's doing now as well. Make that run inside. Here he is.
What a pass.
He was offside.
Ooh.
Got to do that as much as he can because he might not get one on the touchline. He go past 2 or 3 players on the outside.
You can comfortably replace them.
Whereas Saka might be able to do that. Although we haven't seen it enough from whoever's played on that side, have we?
Yeah.
I guess that's the reason why Rogers is playing there tonight.
You can go Rowley and then switch Spencer.
Certainly showed plenty.
The hope would be to take the lead
when he came on against Norway.
And be more.
Yeah, tell me when they do it.
Feverishly scribbling.
I don't think they might change anyone.
Blow it.
To be honest, because like half the battle of
Bruh.
this is understanding the game and like knowing who's at it.
Get close to him, that's it.
What the temperament's like. You've got to read the game.
Leon, let's go.
To work out and keep the speed.
Oh, lucky.
Wow. Where for the point Joe was making about Kobe Manu and for the
They're getting frustrated, Argentinians.
means
The
there's not
bench,
really
they're
an
getting
obvious
frustrated.
unless you bring
They
a
rattle.
midfield or a Rowley into midfield, I guess, right?
I'm trying to think about
Bobby, why does Argentina have
Get to
that?
Jet, get to Spence.
Oh my God, Argentina's doing the most one.
Move the ball as quick as they can.
England had number 7. England had number 7.
Put a cross in.
Gordon does that big deflection on it. The ref says that is half time rather than.
That's a corner, you give off time.
This is like watching England versus Tesco's finest.
How
England players are going to the referee now and saying, come on.
That's it, can steal the ref as well. Messi's trying to get into the ref's head. You're not giving him chance. Don't leave you 1-on-1 with the ref.
Quite quickly enough. So, half time. Emi Martinez hasn't had a shot to save. Jordan Pickford hasn't had a shot to save, although Enzo Fernandez did whistle one just over his crossbar, and that's been pretty much as close as either team has been to scoring. It's tetchy. There's a lot of ill feeling.
Was Messi the shortest?
There aren't any goals.
He's trying to beg the ref off or something. The ref's not having it. Get off the pitch.
Argentina nil.
They're going to go at half-time and they're like, you can't believe this referee, and then the first person that does it,
That's it.
we have to not think about that, play the game.
And it is goalless at the break.
It's been this has been a perfect match for England. I think this is the best of England we've seen right now. Right?
On record since
The best of English football. We're looking at, we're watching today. Physicality, technicality, threat. Yeah. Right, going against the world champions.
Single shot.
So it's a tough game. It's a tough game. And that's how England has got through every single match.
Why is some people leaving?
You're not leaving it just going for drinks. You know, like when you go for your shopping. Yes, when you go
Wait, you only go with
I went this for this first half now. So you go and first half.
I think Argentina were keen on that. I think they were keen for the first couple of minutes. Very aggressive, very on the front foot. I think England at their moments look really threatening. It's such a tight game. It's really, really hard to get between these two teams.
I've absolutely loved it. You know, when you talk about
despite the fact there hasn't been a shot on
passion, desire, tackles, fouls, it's had absolutely everything in the middle.
There is 100,000.
This is going to be a tough game. This game's going to be decided on a moment. We're hoping it's June. We're hoping it's Kane. It could be Messi for his goal making run. But this is exactly what World Cup football is. Two teams going head to head, battling for country. It's been great to watch.
Because that is a very different feel to last night's game, isn't it? Which had a
Bro,
lot
this
of
is
control
we're watching the best of English football, right?
It's really
Against
more button
like,
but I think what space
it's almost like it's Barcelona the game.
to then go foul.
The Argentina, they're not winning the physical battle against like when you know when you play against other teams, you're not winning it right now. They're struggling against
Daddy, it's only
right?
someone like you.
The physicality in the game has been from the England players, so that's what you need. Got Elliot Anderson about to right now, right? 126 million seats paid for you. It's looking like it's a good fight. It's man marking Messi, right? Look at that. They're trying to play dirty football. They're not getting away with it. Bellingham is dragging them. Just Spence is dragging them. He's making them. Look at that. Play dirty game. Look.
It's really
Push.
important that we don't take that bait and we don't allow them to keep doing it and we don't react again here.
Look at that.
But this is what Argentina wants. We have to be clever enough not to
Hit him on the back of the head. No card.
Win it with force, but do not get involved in it because the Argentine team do this a lot. They do this in other games and they're used to it. We're not.
Great defender. He's just wound up and sent off. Yeah.
Physical. You look at the England bench. Anthony Barry's up, Thomas Susan's up. They will know what's coming, and the players have to. If that happens, stay on the floor. Try and get them yellow cards because this is how they want to play. We have to do the same thing. We have to play the
same football. That's what I just said. You've got to play them the same football. Stay on the floor. Try and get them set around. Try and get them a red card. Do whatever you have to play dirty. But we're lucky now. We're watching the best of English football. I'm telling you, man. Literally.
Otherwise, if you allow them to keep
the battle is there. It's in one middle of the pack.
I've been begging. I couldn't get the goal for it. I really wanted to go.
I think that really set the tone. Jude Lappin doing what he does best, taking that hit early on. He knew it was coming. They want it. When they get chance, they're smacking them back. That's exactly what you need in a game like this. You've got to stand up for yourself. I love how England rock this battle.
Jed Spence has been absolutely outstanding, defensively and offensively as well. It's really give them an outlet. It's just when we get in those areas, when we're talking about wide areas,
the final ball.
We all knew. What
Spence is playing as a winger.
We all know that Argentina want to overload the middle of the park. This is what they needed to do on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. And you talked about Martinez's position, didn't you, earlier before?
Well, the question, would he go all the way with Harry Kane when he drops deep? Wayne said that England will have a field day if he does. And we see him here following Harry Kane. Do I go? There we go, he vacates. And there we go, Micah.
And that's exactly what you talked about before, Joe. So what that does, it pulls him out, it leaves Tagliafico against Rodgers. This is why he was brought into the team, to make these sort of runs. And when you get in there, whether it's Reece James coming to overlap or taking someone up, when you get in there, the quality just has to be a little better. Again, it was on one on the right-hand side. This time we go to the left-hand side. Look at this inside run football. It's absolutely brilliant. Melina doesn't know what he's doing. Romero has to go across and cover. And this is where England can really cause them problems. But this is my favourite one. We talk about the pocket of space. Melina wants to get tight. Romero also wants to get tight. As it materialises, they both go. They're trying to get that press in that mid-block. Doesn't happen. And now, lovely little touch from Spence. And now forward. Decision-making. When Gordon gets in these positions against Argentina, you have to take these opportunities. You've got to shoot where you've got to pass early. Again, Kane drawing people out. Then Rodgers and James down this side. When you get in this, a little pass, just a little delicate touch to the back post, and it's an opportunity. But I've been really impressed. The timing's been good, but the quality hasn't won the ball.
And I also feel like I need to say this to you in all of that. One of the key things there a couple of times was Jordan Pickford's delivery. He's excellent. I think they want to play. He's been caught a few times. They've probably a few moments at home. Has a little bit in the stadium for us. But he wants to play. He's waiting. His bailout is on the left-hand side. Either Jed Spence or if he can get Anthony Gordon in, that's what he's thinking. But originally they want to build up through the lines. But the moment he gets pressed, that's his ball. In the main, they've done okay with
it. What do you think about going to bed?
Yeah, Messi's got moments in this game. You go to in the second half. But
we've defended really well. We've been resilient. We've got bodies back behind the ball. We've been hard to play through. Argentina want to play in these tight areas. So yeah, we've defended really well. I think the next step now is have to take the ball off Argentina, dominate possession a little bit more, and then try and push them back and get opportunities around their penalty box. But defensively, I think we've been excellent.
The key is concentration, because Messi, although he's having a few bad touches, it's just the way now can that trap people, and then Anderson has to.
That's the threat, isn't it? That's the war. That sent the stadium alight, and I got to admit, even as an England man, I was impressed. I was on my feet with that. That is the great man getting riled, and you know what? He's not backing down because he's getting smashed left, right, and centre as well, and he wants it. He really wants this today.
He's lost possession 15 times in the game so far.
Get him off.
I'm wary about throwing that in because then you don't want to curse him. But I suppose that highlights how quickly England have been around him to win it off him.
Yeah, but also all the great players to take risks with the ball, so he won't be looking for the little easy pass. He'll be trying to play through some place he wants to and take risks with the ball. But on the flip side, as you said, England have defended really well. We've been close to it. What we can't do is switch off. Mickey's exactly right when he said the concentration, the focus has to be there. One time and a half where Jet Spence followed the midfielder in, and Messi was all alone, and if he passed it to him, he would be one-on-one and going towards the penalty box. So we have to keep our focus and concentration.
Oh, great. Let's get thoughts from inside the England camp then. Anthony Barry, Thomas Tuchel's number 2 is with Kelly.
Anthony, a tense physical battle in that first half. Other than to keep their heads, what's your message to the players at the break?
Keep going.
Keep going, that's it. Keep going, the same again. Second half, the same again, don't stop.
We wanted to show our players that there was no inferiority complex, that we were here to play and play in the opponent's half and show our players that through the tactical approach. I think it worked up until the water break. From there, it gets a little bit more difficult for us to catch the ball. They drop Messi outside our block, they drop Enzo outside the block. It's more difficult for us. They got some possession, but it's still absolutely okay. I think for us to evolve in the game, and the evolution for us now is to take this dominance and try and get into some bigger chances. We've got some okay chances, half chances, but I think the more time we spend in the opponent's half, the more time they will get. Because our Premier League power and our physicality.
As soon as you get to the ref, you get to the ref. Right? Don't give them a chance. Don't give Messi a chance to do the ref one-on-one.
I totally agree with what you said. First word he said was keep going. They need to keep going. They can't let their standards drop. But when we was talking off-air, we talked about Gordon's position and when he was jumping maybe a little bit too early.
Yeah, I think it's really important when we press high, we press together, we press the team. And there's just been 2 or 3 occasions where Andy Gordon's pressed a little bit too quick and he's gone alone at times. And then they play the pass into midfield, played out to the right back, and you get out. And then you might get overloaded with Messi from that side, the full-back midfield player ends up from that side. So if Gordon goes, we have to make sure we go with him. Also, have to say to wait and go at the right time.
But it sounds like Gordon's going partly through instruction there, and then wants it to be, as Anthony Barry said, on the front foot in the opponent's half.
Yeah, but then what's happened every single time is goes to the field player and he gets played round. So you have to recognise that the game means that's what you've worked on. You have to recognise that and change a little bit. Then Gordon stay back a bit and let the centre back walk into you. Then when he tries to play through the midfield, then we're all there to be aggressive.
That's your responsibility as a player to go from the classroom to out on the pitch. Now the players are completely in tune with what the coaching staff want from them. Just on the pitch, you've got to be able to make those decisions in the big moments. Sometimes you've got to go against for the benefit of the team.
Okay, second half on the way. Let's see what else you can find across the BBC.
Give it all for the greatest of all time.
You can go from top chat, live chat. You can go to questions.
Messi is not having a good time. It's not having a good game. He's lost the ball 15 times. He's lost possession 15 times. And Anderson is not giving him any room. Right? Jet Spence is not giving him any room.
What's going on in the game?
Declan Rice is not giving him any room. The back four, right, they're on top of things. And the guys going forward, the wingers, Morgan Rogers has done so well. And they resulted in, playing dirty.
I think Max
Spain already on to the finals. Oh, you know, come on. You've got to get to the finals, man. You've got to play Spain.
Referee for the England Argentina game there, JJ.
Why did you not get sent
Wow.
offside?
But we here watching.
Clambering along like a
Look, you can't even
monster.
criticize the way England are playing right now because they know how, the way
Someone's asked what the solution is if Rice were to come off.
Argentina are playing.
And that is
They
my
don't play
question
football,
as
they play
well,
dirty
to be honest.
football.
It's true,
They
there's
want to
no
rattle
other
England,
player who
but
is
they
better than
ended up getting rattled by England.
You've once
That's
again
the
proven
funny
us
bit
wrong with
in this
facts
game
and
right now.
logic.
Their players are getting
The
rattled
thing is,
now.
you're saying it in a sarky tone, but
And you can see why that, whatever I call him, that
It's
guy
not
from
true, is it?
Tottenham
Who
Hotspur, their
plays instead
captain,
of Declan Rice in this England
he's not
midfield
even
right
playing
now?
football. He's just there to
Any of the
because he
midfielders?
plays in Premier League. Absolutely.
Which one?
Physicality, England is
You think
matching
that would be
them.
better than
Technicality
Rice
is
right now
matching
in
them.
this game?
Going
I think
forward,
he's been quite
defending
poor in this game,
is
and
matching.
also quite a
So
few of the
they
most
have to do
recent
something
ones.
different.
Bringing a
Sort
player
of like
who's
attack,
pretty
get
poor
England
off the ball
in
like
a way.
onto the pitch in
For
this game.
someone who's been clearly injured and is off the
So
pitch.
talk to us, what are your overall thoughts then? Now you've had that 10 minutes to digest the first half.
He's so
Yeah, I'm hoping it opens up a little bit more and England can put a bit more pressure on that Argentina back four by doing that 2 or 3 times. When you get the ball in those areas, you cannot afford to waste it when you get it. You either got to cross it or get your shot away quick. And also because they're committing that many fouls, you've got to take quick free kicks. You can't then allow them to get back and take the time and you then pass it 4-5. You've got to take that quick free kick, quicker movement, quicker passes, and that's how I think we'll damage them.
I can't wait for Declan Rice to be
They
substituted.
were more on the front foot, weren't you, in that first 15-20 minutes as Anthony Barry said to Kelly. So it's about replicating that really at the start of the second half.
Yeah, they did. They went and pressed very, very early on when Anthony Gordon went and Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham went, and then caused 1 or 2 issues in terms of putting them under pressure. It's very difficult to do that at this level for 90 minutes, but they've got to try and do that as much as possible because that's another way we'll win the game.
What do we think of Morgan Rogers' performance so far?
All right, Alan, thank you very much. Alan, alongside guide for the second half that will start shortly. We're just going to show you another clip from the first half, and this involves the Argentinian Paredes, who, as you can see, Harry Kane puts his hand over his mouth to talk to the referee. And then Paredes suggests that that isn't allowed, and therefore, should the referee look at it? You just saw him just put his hand over. And then there he goes, coming in to try and argue that you shouldn't put your hand over your mouth. The rules are, and I know you're looking scornful, Joe, it's if you put your hand over your mouth and say something to another player. It looked like he was saying it to the referee.
Do we think
Pathetic. He was talking to the referee, he was trying to be clear. It's so difficult to communicate out there. Harry Kane's just trying to have a personal conversation with the referee. I get it, of course they're going to do anything they can to win this game if you're going to go letter of the law and you see that, but come on, just win the game by scoring more goals. Yeah, no, I just think it's ridiculous. But I'm more than willing to be Bronx fan.
Sorry about that. I tried to stay true to traditions by calling it the third place playoff. I said to Alan, didn't I, Micah, that England need to start the second half like they began the first.
Yeah, they did, but I think this is really important too, to look at what England have got on that bench. I think now that the game goes on, we can't just go into that low block and force pressure onto Argentina. I think subs are so important, whether it's Rashford, Madueke, Saka, keep the high intensity, because we've seen in that first half they can get joy in the wide area.
So that'd be brave.
It is, but Argentina have experienced this. They're experienced of doing this. I think, obviously, as I said there before the game, it's a high-pressure game. If Argentina will try and use their experience, we have to make sure we stay calm and we stay composed.
Right, a place in the World Cup final is still up for grabs. We won't even bother about the Bronx playoff. Wait, let's rejoin Alan and Guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. Welcome back, everyone.
The game had started again there.
Yes, it's that time again.
Oh, we're back on, yeah.
How about taking a break from the tension by renewing your TV licence?
I will do, yeah. But there's
Just scan the QR code on screen and it will take you to the link to do so, whilst not blaming the messenger.
Yeah, John, they're walking back out now. Get back to the cupboard. Let me end the Q&A. Thanks for your questions, everyone. And we'll get back in.
Come on, let's go.
Your notes now, you read it off by heart. What does the script have in store for England?
Well,
over the next 45 minutes and maybe a whole lot more.
What happens now?
No changes made by Thomas Tuchel, nor by Lionel Scaloni during the interval. So England go again with Declan Rice back to Jordan Pickford
No. I like Justin Bieber's new stuff, so...
And the
Hey,
referee
Jamie, can we get
says
some commentary, buddy?
we'll have to have a restart.
Thank
Because
you. Oh, there we go.
1 or 2,
Love that.
Gordon was
Who
being
won that
spoken
game
to,
between you and John?
just went too soon into the Argentina half of the field. Glad they did, because I was looking at Jordan Pickford stopping, thinking, what's
Okay,
he
here we
doing?
go, back to
Just
the
for a
commentary
moment.
team. What does John do to this microphone when he sits here? I don't understand.
Straight to the national anthem
Honestly.
from the England fans. We do indeed go again.
My life is going to immediately improve
With a launch
as soon as I don't
towards
have to
Harry
fix
Kane.
John's mic arm
Lost out
every
to
day.
Ribeiro.
And instead, just every other day.
Gordon.
Oh, Declan Rice doing some
From
keepy
Messi.
uppies there.
See, that's what he offers on the ball.
Check to
He
stay
offers keepy
outside as
uppies.
Alvarez
He does
to
look
weave out to the left.
very
Now
ill.
McAllister.
Watch this.
He looks gone.
Watch this 100% pass completion from Declan Rice to start the second half. Watch
Little bit
this.
like
We need some goals, man. We need to see some goals.
McAllister has played a whole lot brighter for his country over the last few weeks than he
Quite
probably
a lot
did
of empty seats, isn't there?
more often than not for his club last season.
Wow, a lot of people coming for Justin Bieber in the chat.
I have heard that
Sure, the words calm
American
heads
stadiums
would have
make
been
it...
used in the dressing room at half time. And also try, if you can, when you can, to pick up the tempo.
for people to leave the concourse.
That was Declan Rice actually messed up the kickoff.
It does seem like...
Come on, man.
They shouldn't allow him to have the ball, to pass the ball in the own half.
I'm fighting for you.
Press them away from your own half. That's it. Gordon is gone. Just need somebody to help him chase. Press. That's it. That's it.
Gordon's putting his usual shift in.
Because he's keen.
That's what you got to do.
It's too early.
I got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure you got it?
Keep them in their own half.
I could explain it more.
Go on.
No one's budging.
There he goes.
That's
okay.
a great
Well
pass.
done, Declan Rice.
He's setting it up to
Turns to kick it long.
That's it.
She does.
That's what he did.
Simeone
In territory.
in the
Terrific
gap.
pass.
Not a bad knockdown at Spence. Isn't it with a tidy up? He's trying now with Alvarez. And Pickford gets down really sharply.
There you go.
That might have been on target.
Oh, take Gordon off. He's
Spence
obviously
lost it again.
Can't
There's
completely pass that
Alvarez,
Declan
and
Rice
that
down.
hits the side of the goal. No save needed. Argentina say corner. I'm
Spence has
pretty
got
sure the
two
ref
people to watch out for here. Okay.
was
thank you,
given a
thank you.
corner.
The situation has
Oh, he's
improved.
not corner.
But momentarily I was
You
concerned.
force Martinez into kicking it long so that your fullbacks or centre halves come and head it against the smaller guy
Do
in
you know what,
Simeone,
though?
and that didn't
I was
happen. And
thinking,
all of a sudden, England
even
are
if they
under
don't
pressure.
win, which is not me
Can't
responsible.
afford to lose that first ball from a goal kick
Yeah.
that's travelled 70 or 80 yards.
Yeah.
They've got to be happy
Wow,
with
they
that.
give you a
It's
corner.
only the fourth time in England's history.
Yeah,
Again, that's a
exactly.
corner.
Take this. Argentina
Exactly.
threatening to start the second half. The brighter team.
And you know, if a global conspiracy is going to take it away from us, then there's nothing you can do about it anyway, is there? So
Come on, Gordon. Press him straight away. Come on,
Surprises us all
James.
again. Now has the angle to deliver. It was a really good
Oh,
ball in. Martinez,
I'll lure them forward.
not an accurate header. James in the vicinity of Gordon.
Look how deep Kane is.
it's not
David
offside.
Here's
Joe,
Messi.
who would you like to win the World Cup?
Messi against Bellingham. Bellingham gets his body in the way. Doesn't have to get out of the way.
That's it. Don't show
I
no
mean, what,
respect
if I
at
could
all.
pick any team,
That's the question.
oh, Cape Verde. So I could watch Vizinha lifting.
Time as well, we're
Offside.
just onside.
Oh, Alvarez in.
Good defended.
Oh,
What
Bellingham.
a shot.
Save,
Do you know what?
Good
To-
defending from Spence as well,
To
though.
get the power on that shot and the accuracy whilst being vertical
Strong, put your
was
body
kind
in
of
between.
incredible. But
I
I like the fact that
Messi's
Jude Bellingham didn't even attempt to pick him up. He didn't even extend that arm to get up.
Yeah,
Nah, he
very
just
good.
jumped over him as well.
Declan Rice
That is how you
zooming in on
that's how you
Messi
treat
in the box
Messi
there.
in a game
Good
like
call.
this. Show him respect
I
after the
think
match.
Nick was trying to say it was already out.
Oh, I don't like it. Well,
Stones.
that's conclusive.
That guy's on the pitch here. For
Great
this,
replay.
that's won
Good one,
trophies
director.
this season.
Love
You
that.
know, they've got to finals.
See, Messi doesn't
By
mess
Simeone.
Sure.
around
Break
with
for
putting the
goal.
ball outside the circle.
He just puts it in the
Exactly what it's meant to be.
Anderson.
Exactly.
He
Bellingham.
knows he is capable of kicking it
Spence.
from the corner.
Yes.
Spence goes down the outside to play it inside.
Or not into the box.
He
Mitchell
keeps it beating.
Martinez
He's
backs the ball
Kane.
to safety for Argentina. He's the only one that's been able to do that, you know, Jet Spence.
Say it.
And every time he's done it, he's gone on the outside and got the ball in, albeit on this occasion, no one's running on the end of it.
That was the right choice.
But at least
there.
he's been positive.
He's offside. Yes, Messi's offside.
Spence's put the crosses in, but there's no one there
to take the throw.
Because
I swear we saw the flag
Gordon.
up.
there may be a conspiracy.
Close enough to Bellingham.
Well, never mind. He's been easily dealt with.
Simeone not close enough to Alvarez. Gordon.
I've never seen someone so rubbish.
Anderson
at
has to
football.
go back to Stones.
He was onside.
That's it.
Well, by accident.
It did look like the flag had gone up from the
A little bit
angle,
more of
but
an
it
open
didn't.
game of football since the break.
It did look like that, but it did go up.
It's Kane.
I do like flinging another player out the way, though. It is funny.
Yeah. Get him. Declan Rice there, calling
Rogers.
for the ball.
Just
Looking a bit
teasing
tired.
Tagliafico. Martinez
Oh,
again
no,
is
he's
in
got it
just
again.
the right place.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
good
little pass
defending.
Complete.
Look positive from Rogers on the
Giving
right.
the ball away in the second half. I don't think
Trying to be
he
positive again.
Not done
I don't
anything
think
with
he's
it.
given the ball
Down
away.
by
Oh, there you go.
Tagliafico.
Pass under pressure. How's that?
Pass
So
under
one half a
pressure.
dozen of the other. Romero had to be quick. Oh, what about that for Columbus?
You're like standing over the data collector for
It
up
had
to
to be
saying, you
because
mark
it's
that down
under
as a pass under pressure.
huge
That was a
pressure
pass
was
under pressure.
Romero.
You make sure that everyone knows. Put that on the newspaper. Oh, here's Gordon.
Messi.
Gordon's
do
taken
you know what?
heavy touches in this game.
I
Spence.
think if Rashford picked the ball up
He
there,
can
I'm
get
totally
away
with
from
you on that
Simeone
part.
if he can.
Go on, Jed Spence.
Gordon,
Well
slip
done,
actually
Gordon.
might have helped him, but Bellingham being held onto by
I think Harry
Romero.
Kane's
Free
got a
kick.
gamble on that.
Card.
Christian
Trying to play
Romero
as a
is
midfielder.
That's it.
going to get a
Yeah.
card. A sentence that
The
will
striker is
surprise
Jude Bellingham.
no Spurs
Who's
supporter.
here
Yeah.
now.
It's two centre halves on a yellow card.
Agree with Alan Shearer saying the same sort of thing we were just saying.
Had to be. Here's his quick feed. Onto
Gordon
the
was
right,
very
onto the
clever
left.
there with that play there.
Brilliant.
Yes? No?
For the ball there. Romero might just get a tag here.
Risky. That's
There you go.
dangerous.
Interception
That
from
one.
He's used to it.
Forward pass complete.
He's got no discipline.
I'll stop now.
Okay.
Weren't really able to make use of that turnover.
Stones to Anderson.
Harry Kane.
Gordon.
He does.
Gordon, come on. Get in the box, people.
You can look at the ball a bit more at the start of this
Wanted
second
to go
half. and I think
inside
they did
again.
pretty much the entire first.
It's kind of made to go inside.
Another
Oh, he's
low
got to
shot
take it
in.
all the way back.
Jinx by me is going to give the ball away straight away.
No, they've retained
Stokes.
it. Morgan Rogers with... Oh, unlucky. I thought he was good and strong there.
James.
I watched bits of the.
Go on, go on.
Oh, brilliant play from
Well
Christian
done, Romero.
That was very good.
Well done.
Yeah, I watched wingers
Okay.
take on fullbacks for Argentina and just go past them with little
Spence.
drops of shoulders and
In
they
quickly
can be
came
taken apart.
Simeone. The referee stopped the game. I don't know if it was for that challenge or for something else on halfway. It's Christian
think about
Romero who's
Carlos
actually
Marquez
taken a seat
reference now?
on the halfway line.
Referee.
That's why the game takes
That's
a
a yellow
pause.
card. Thank you very much.
Back up now, though. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. And then Paredes thought he could just get on with it from there.
It's the loudest drink of water anyone's
I had
ever.
to do it quietly, and I think that made it louder. Sorry, everyone.
Spence took the flailing arm of Simeone in his face. Now
Paredes
Argentina
coming to
do
beat it,
restart.
Bellingham there as well. That is brilliant play from Christian Romero.
Very good.
To get away from Gordon and
1 foot to the other.
Harris has
Beautiful.
gone to bed.
Brilliant.
Paredes. Martinez.
A player who
Man,
chooses to wear the
keep
number
up.
13
He's
always
gone to
is
bed.
like, you know what?
He's going to
Alvarez.
sleep now.
He's a wild
Something
card.
about you.
You
Yeah.
need them.
You mean because the number 13 is supposed to be unlucky?
McAllister.
Is that true in every culture though, or is that just a
I think well, it relates to the Bible, does it not?
Does it? I don't know.
I think
That's it. Get close to him.
Messi.
Not every
supposedly
culture then.
Judas was the 13th disciple, which is why it's unlucky. But
Simeone.
maybe people in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong.
Could
But
that just be a thing
Molina
that was
drilling it into the
you know?
centre.
Maybe that wasn't the
Was it hit and
original.
hope?
I don't know.
Might not have been a
But
bad
I
idea.
think maybe that's where it comes from, and then I suppose you would
Martinez.
assume that would mean
You can't let them
Applying a bit
put
of
the
pressure
ball
on
in your
England.
own half like that.
Christian
I keep
Fernandes.
saying this time and time again. You can't let this.
I don't know for
You know.
certain.
Paredes. Can see the idea. He
Oh,
spotted
stolen that.
Tagliafico
Bit
trying to
trouble for
steal
Desmond
into the
there,
left edge of the
although-
box.
Yeah.
Didn't
Maybe
help
he was a
him
bit
with the
lucky. Let's have a
delivery.
look at the replay again.
Got that corrupt
Oh.
face.
Exactly what he tried to do.
Referee's something else, it seems like.
Tagliafico made the run. He couldn't get the ball to him.
What?
Romero was
Kenny
injured
looks as though he's had enough of
before
football.
this game. I wasn't sure if he'd be
A
able to start or not.
vacant look on his
Came off in
face.
the last one.
We
He put
might have
Otamendi
look
on
at
and put
him.
him.
The
Right.
whole of the tournament, no? Might have done.
Oh, Jed's saying he took a hand to the eye.
Maybe
there.
10 or 15 minutes in each half.
So every chance
We'll
Romero
show
has
him
to go off.
something contractual, I'm
Looks
sure.
like he's on for now.
That'll
Hasn't
be
worked
his
up an act
alerting
yet,
of
has
the
he?
management team to his
There's Kane.
Yeah.
situation.
Cut out by Tagliafico, but it'll fall to Rice. Rogers having a look. Looking for Gordon!
Come on! Yes!
I don't like that.
Get in! Wow, what a run!
About the disciples thing, sorry guys.
No worries.
But if you can't say uninformed things on a live stream, where can you say them? You know.
I was going to
Let's
say, I'm pretty sure
go.
that he only had 12 disciples. Judas was just one of them.
Victoria Beckham that hit football is celebrating that goal. Oh my days.
Was done at just the right time.
Gordon, the man with just the right finish. That's what we've been wanting. That's what we've been waiting.
Morgan Rogers to Anthony Gordon.
Just watch Anthony
Here we go.
Where he comes from and how he gets on the end of that.
Boca Juniors now.
Here we go.
I hate him.
No chance for Martinez.
Absolutely hate him.
He was at PSG before, had a bit of a spell with Zenit as well. And I think
Yo, the corruption would be.
Is that fair?
He's playing that against England, bro.
Yeah, do you remember the Argentina-Netherlands game in the last World Cup?
Anthony Gordon
The ball into the Netherlands
becomes only England's fourth goal scorer of this World Cup. But what a goal he has just scored.
Don't mind that.
England 1, Argentina 0. And another big call from Thomas Tuchel and playing Morgan Rogers out on that right-hand side. Decision, correct one. He put balls in like that.
What a cross.
We saw him straight away. It was a delivery. Sir David would have been proud of.
I know ball. Hey? Yeah, get back to the tactics cupboard
the ball
now.
was perfect.
Oh,
for someone to run onto with Big Gordon. But he was equally as impressive. The way he attacked it, the way he got in front and made the cross his.
Yes.
Sounds like
yes.
it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
England 1, Argentina 0.
See, that was
There
a
is still
funny little overhead
a long
kick
road to be travelled.
Pass from Rice.
But England have got it again.
That's a really good
And they're
cross.
attacking Argentina again. It won't
It's
stick with
Molina who
Kane.
loses him at the back post.
Here's McAllister.
It's just really
Messi.
smart running by Gordon. He's
Nicely played through to Fernandez.
Oh.
I think that is an underrated finish as well. I think that's
Jet Spence!
He's not actually got
Come on!
way, Matt, with how well Martinez gets across.
What a tackle!
No.
Last ditch.
Watch his reaction.
There we go.
That is
Wow.
teammates' reaction. That is brilliant. That's as good as what's
Wow.
just happened at the other end. And Gordon put it in the net. That's as important. What a game he's having, Jet Spence. He's been absolutely magnificent, hasn't he?
Okay, that's good.
Pickford was stealing himself for what was to come his way. It never did.
I think so, yeah, pretty sure.
It might now.
Pretty sure.
I think the commentary said he's only England's fourth goal
Messi
scorer in
scored.
the entire tournament.
Try that
Well, that
routine
makes
again.
sense because Rashford scored a goal
Messi
and
from
then
the
Bellingham and
angle.
Kane scored all the
Kane
others,
is there
right?
to head it away.
I think maybe that's true.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think if there's another player who scored.
No, I think you're right.
So.
The tension was unbearable at 0-0. Somehow,
I'm telling you, we are watching
I don't
a
know how it
classic,
seems to have got worse.
typical English football here. There's no two way to describe this, right?
Messi.
They're winning the physicality battle.
Torres.
They're winning the Togri battle. They're winning the part where Argentina thought they were the dogs. And now they've met the mobsters, right? They've met England the mobsters where they're on the street. There are players in there that are on the street.
Been in this position worse before. They were 2 goals down against Egypt.
Unlucky
But
there.
remember,
Will not
Argentina
rest. Just
have been behind, I
Fernandez
think, in
puts
almost
one into
every
the
single
back
game.
and Pickford
Managed to come
can
back.
let it go. Just make a little bit.
How's that happen?
Well, make as much as he can
Simeone's in.
of the contact.
Spence. Oh, what a tackle.
Oh,
Jet
Spence.
Spence. Brilliant tackle, Jet Spence.
Even producer Jamie's clapping that.
Brilliant.
Decided to keep coming back as they have done in this tournament.
Tackle.
That's how you tackle Simeone. It was such a brilliant ball.
Your dad's a great footballer.
He proved, didn't he?
Okay, I've got to calm down now.
I think a lot of people, including me, owe apologies to Jet
On a couple of
Spence.
flights we bumped
Do you?
into
At the
Anthony
start of the
Gordon.
tournament, he was
What are you doing, this guy, man? Why is he playing on?
What's the point?
You know?
And I'll hold my hands up. I was not someone who
Spence
thought.
can't win the ball this time. Here's
Well,
Messi.
you know what?
Messi tries to
The
stop
golden
and
ball was
turn.
given out in the final.
Pickford, why are you messing about?
Paredes.
I like it that Argentina tried that corner routine again, 'cause it makes me think that they hadn't completed enough of it last time for it to have
Keeps
been
his
wasted.
head under
Do you know what I
severe
mean?
pressure and pokes the ball for the safety of a throw in. Yeah, he had to. He was under severe pressure.
Messi on the ball again here. Now there's only one goal in it, and Messi's on the other team.
Yeah. I wonder what Messi will do
Seems
now.
to be in the face of adversity, they only go stronger.
Try to find where the space is.
That's what champions do. Look, in trouble at times in this tournament. They found a way
Alan
to
Shearer
win.
kind of making the point in commentary that
Stretches everything
if
he's got
Argentina
to head
open
it
up
away.
a little bit more, looking for a goal, that there's the possibility that that could suit England.
Yeah, that's not really good.
Hey, that's naughty from Romero.
Can't let them play in your own box. You can't let them play in your own half like that. Get them out. Get them out.
Tuchel looks a bit more relaxed now.
Well, because it's FIFA, the 6-month ban will probably get suspended by a year, right?
Passage of play. It's two he's had.
Enzo's playing like this.
What a nice goal.
You know what's interesting about that a little bit is Rodgers being a right footer on the right wing is, you know, Saka or Madueke.
By far and away most important international goal.
I don't want to do the poo. Stop it.
He timed that room so well.
Oh no. Jed Spence again? No, that's not
press.
Brilliant, Anderson.
Well done.
Press. Press. Go with him.
Another Martinez.
Get rid.
Waiting on the bench.
Doing back there? What are you doing?
Tara might be needed at some stage.
It's okay, Kane. He's kicked it out. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Why is he
need
there?
to get through until the hydration break.
He's had to make some big calls in this tournament,
Glorious
Thomas
hydration
Tuchel,
break.
with suspensions and
momentum
injuries and
pauser.
whatnot. But whatever decisions he's made, they've worked perfectly. Been perfectly summed up tonight in the players that he's picked up to now.
We're so deep now.
They can't do this.
Messi gets it back.
No.
Breaks now for Fernandes, who resists the urge to shoot this time. McAllister.
They're looking for a foul outside the box, and you see it. They're trying to get foul.
Straight past people.
Where is Messi? I've lost him.
Come on.
Pinches the ball away from
Come out. Meet him. Come out.
It's just to stand in front of Messi.
Yeah, so the pass can't go into him.
Yeah, begging for a foul outside that box. Look at that. And England's got switched on.
Molina.
He's trying to invite a foul. Look at the way they're exposing the ball slightly. You need to jump in there. And miss time to tackle.
The other day which talked about a book
Martinez.
Your Body Keeps
Alvarez stopped from facing goal by Stones.
James,
very
get it out.
out of danger. The defending really well at the minute. No gaps, no spaces. If you see Messi trying to get in the space in behind.
Higher. It's the idea that your
Not
body
giving anything
is
away.
constantly
Feels like
reacting to
Mexico
your
again, but still
state, essentially.
The storage
more than
of
half an hour to
physical
play.
trauma.
Yeah.
I would say it's actually a
Messi.
Never mind. I was going to make it.
That's it.
Elliot Anderson, who had the last change.
I
And
was going
breaks
to say
from
it's a huge
Rice and goes to
trivialisation of
Spence.
the book, but
It's awkward for him.
I'm just kidding. It's
Kane.
not really. This kind of is traumatic in a sense.
Go on.
Yeah.
You know, not like
Bellingham
real trauma,
will be beat
but
to
it
it
is.
by Martinez.
You know,
Feels pretty
The
real right
England
now.
plan
yeah, it's
seems
reminiscent
to be getting to the next break.
of trauma.
Yeah.
Coming a good time for them,
Triggering.
wouldn't it?
For sure. It's triggering. I mean, that is presumably often what happens, you know, in football games
Argentina
as well,
throw
when
it.
you recognise the patterns of play.
Yeah.
We see England's
Yeah.
score, they
Simeone
drop a
shot
bit
with the shoulder
deeper.
with
It's
Spence,
actually
the
triggering
referee's
of times when
Take it again. In fact, it's going to be a substitution down there.
So good from Messi. Good Lord. England need another goal, please.
Nico
England didn't have a
Gonzalez.
player on the pitch.
He's going to come on for Argentina.
Yeah. Thing is, the Dan Burn
Not to share.
antidote doesn't work against Messi.
Yes, he is. Now making the change. It is a straight swap.
But Dan Burn still has a long
Nico
way.
Gonzalez coming on for Leandro
No.
Paredes.
Paredes has failed. He's failed. They brought him in to rattle the players. They brought him in to go against, to fight the players, and he's failed. They had to take him off. He's not worked. It hasn't worked for Paredes. He's off.
Left hand side for now.
Right? The tactics have failed.
Go at them.
They got exposed with the physicality side of things. They got exposed big time. The fighters like Lecher, Martinez, Paredes, Simeone, they've lost all the battles. The physical battles, they've lost every single one of them. They've lost the ball as well.
More centrally as well.
Manager, I mean, sometimes these players on the pitch do it. They're like,
Sandro Martinez.
On his side, that's Messi. Give him one chance, one opportunity, bro. That's the only like that. Now, there. Woo. See what I mean? That's the only downside to this right now. Messi. Oh, look at that. Now they're in a rush to get the ball. They become the ball boys. They've become the ball boys now. Oh, my days. What a header by Stones. What a header. There we go. Not today, mate. Not today.
They lose the first ball, but he makes sure he wins the second one.
Possession in the opposition
John Stones have no fixed abode club-wise right now.
I think
for that first sort of 5-10 minute period.
Yeah.
Might up Barcelona the way he's playing John Stones.
Can get to it still in the lead. Then
He's left Manchester City, but I'd be amazed if the 19
Come on, Gay, that's all yours.
don't want him.
That's how they're
Oh, he spun him. He spun the bastard. Oh, beautiful.
Let's see.
Spencer Kane.
In the left, I think, unless Simeone comes off.
Oh, what a pass. Come on.
What a spot.
I'm telling you, we are watching the best of English football. Oh!
With Bellingham closing in.
Here we go. They're winning the second ball. They're winning the first ball. They're winning everything now. Shoot!
Italy, they scored and then they sat deep, and they lost because they sat deep.
Yeah.
So England need to get out.
To Rhys James to the right-hand side was brilliant again.
Half an hour. It's just not sustainable.
Yeah, a little bit of
That's
trouble.
it.
I'm wondering about the hydration break thing, not because what Thomas Tuchel says to them will make any difference.
Foul on Tagliafico.
Having played now,
Slow the game down. Oh my God,
you start to have a bit of a muscle memory that you know that a break is
Messi had to
coming,
drop back now, the same game.
end to the
Oh,
sequence.
brilliantly done. He's drifted past Gordon as though he wasn't there, and away from Anderson. Here's Gonzalez.
That's it. Second ball again.
Punts it behind Argentina corner. Well, the change.
Konza should be coming on soon.
It's paying dividends for Argentina. Gonzalez
I think he should put Konza in the middle of the pack here. Put him in the middle of the pack. Put him in midfield. Rice looks tired, looks knackered, but you know, he's still going.
Trying to play it across the 6-yard box, but he's trying to pull it back to him.
Fantastic. Oh, he comes from far back as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well done, John Stones.
Easy to take this next corner.
Pickford.
From Messi,
Pick
Pickford
it.
started to come better of it.
Oh,
Come
here
on.
we go. No, not we go. Yes, we
We'll
go.
go with
Yes, we
Gordon,
are.
man.
Okay.
Simeone.
Okay, I like it. Bellingham to Jed Spence.
Kane is
Tagliafico winning another corner for Argentina.
Straight to Bellingham.
Can't
Lots
be
of
playing
change
out.
from this one.
Corners. Oh.
But look at the way they're not giving anyone any space.
Do you know
Anyone
what?
any
Don't mind
free
it, though.
time
Bellingham was there
to put balls into the
snuffle up
box.
anything that fell
To
through.
play on that
Give
straight
this
away.
Declan Rice.
Messi
again.
guy
They've got to do it.
a
They're doing it
chance.
well.
Bang it, Kane, bang it.
Not this type of chances, these opportunities. That's what he wants.
Messi.
Lovely bit of
Pickford's got
backspin
two
on
hands
that.
to it. Gordon
Come on,
has
Gordon.
tried to steady himself
Martinez for a second.
and lift it clear.
Kane is calling for the press.
Yes.
Kane is calling for the press. Come on.
Yes, that's right.
Double up on him.
From the
Get in.
touchline.
Okay.
Really good ball. Really good.
What a save. Foul. Stay down. Stay down.
My goodness, his reactions were razor sharp. Brilliant balling from Messi.
Oh my God.
Great header, Gonzalez, I think it is, but that is superb. Look at his reactions, how quick he's down Pickford.
It's like what he does is so simple.
Gets
And
that
the
right
players
hand
that
to
are
it.
Sure, didn't tick that, you
they
muppet.
suddenly forget how to play football.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And
He's
it's
so much
time
stronger than they think.
for
And he's so much
the second half
deceptively
hydration
so
break
fast.
with England a goal to the good in the World Cup
So
semi-final
close. So
against
close. Man.
Argentina.
So close.
I'm sure you don't need reminding. Well, maybe about the first one.
They look, Argentina look exhausted. They look like they've run out of ideas.
I think it's
But
called
Messi's still on the pitch.
Saturday evening.
Somebody needs to
Will be
get
live
Messi off the
from
pitch.
Miami.
One way or the other, find a way to take him out.
Player, and then, of course,
Take
the
him
World
out.
Cup final itself.
This is your
Keep it
opportunity,
moving
England.
across.
Take him out.
Sunday night, kickoffs at 8 p.m. UK time. New York, New Jersey Stadium.
Wow.
Like I said, let's just keep everything crossed and try and keep calm. Tell you who was calm there, Jordan Pickford. Joe Hart, what about that save?
What a save. What
I hope
a
everyone's
save.
watching back home. Any young goalkeepers
Messi will try
watch
Oh
his
my
position
days.
as he turns.
Troy
Get
Deeney,
back into
whatever he
position
said
here.
about
Lionel
Jordan
Messi's been a
Pickford,
threat all
you
game.
muppet.
Brilliant
Look
ball
at
in.
this. Look at
Reach up,
this.
set,
Look at
time
that
it.
save.
His
I'll
body
post that
weights
later on.
forward. It's a
I'll
brilliant
post it.
save, very similar to the one that he made earlier against Mexico. Razor sharp reactions, as you said, Guy.
Woo.
Set out the danger zone. Brilliant save. Big moment.
Going into the box, yeah.
They've run off ideas, Argentina. They look like they've run off ideas. They look like they've not got a clue what they're doing right now. The only thing that's left from that pitch that could cause England a problem is Gordon. I mean, it's Messi, right? You give him one opportunity, he could just destroy the whole pack.
We're able to punish them, but
and that's surely a hydration break.
they're defending well, and when they get through,
yeah,
they're going to rely on the brilliance of Pickford again. That was magnificent, wasn't it?
Do you want to drink, ref? I'm going to the bar. What is it? A pint of
Lionel
water?
Messi
Brilliant cross from
with a wonderful ball. Here's a really good look at it.
Yeah, well done, Pickford. That's actually a harder save than it looks, because when
Gets
it's
down
that
so
close to you low
quickly.
down, it's quite hard
Not
to
only
get
does he
to.
get down quickly,
Yeah.
but he's able to push it away from the danger as well, just in case someone's
You guys
coming
want a
in.
hydration break joke?
Oh, yeah, I need something to.
And he took a little bit of criticism in some quarters for the goal that was conceded against Norway in the last round, but
See if John's going to come in.
I think he's hiding.
I think the weight is heavily balanced in favour of the good Jordan Pickford's done. Over 91 games in England's goal.
Wow.
Here we go.
He is up there now.
Jet Spence has been brilliant.
You know
I didn't know
what I
you've
thought
got,
at
you've got,
half
you
time
know,
during
you've got
the
this in your locker,
2022
mate.
World Cup final?
Spence.
What do you think?
I thought I wish this
Tottenham,
break was
whatever
longer.
happened to you, man? Whatever happened to your Tottenham? I think he's going to get big moves.
You like
He's
that?
going to move away from
So
Tottenham.
I'll try that on John. He's here now. Hey John, do you want to hear a hydration break joke?
Left back.
He says yes.
He's handled that so well.
Reads like this, John. Hey, you know what I thought at half time during the 2022 World Cup final?
he has been
I
England's
don't know
saviour
what you
so
do at
many
half time in the
times.
2022 World Cup final, Joe.
I wish this break was longer.
Turn now as it usually is
Yeah.
after that second hydration break.
Yeah.
Yeah, reference to
the one that's supposed to happen being longer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Konza, I knew, yeah, that's perfect.
Final, half-time.
Konza, put him in the middle of the pack, or get Stones, get in the middle of the pack.
Aiming for 20,
Right?
Adam Croft reported the other day.
Right.
So that one needs that in the setup.
Otamendi, the bastard is coming on.
Nicholas
Oh,
They're
it's a
coming
dirty player, one of the dirtiest
I
players.
don't understand it.
Simeone.
Once I got the
Simeone has failed. Simeone's off. Oh, they took him off.
You know
They
what I
took
thought
him off.
about,
Simeone again. The other fighter, the other,
World Cup final, half-time
the,
break
the guy that thinks he's a gangster, he's a
show.
dog. He's from the street. He's off. The tactics fail completely.
Playing for his country.
Anyway, England are winning, aren't they? Oh,
In this
by the
one
way,
for
the
the
main source of
138th
conversation
time
here,
he's
though,
been
John, has
served.
been how wrong you are about Declan Rice. That's been the main.
That's
the main thing we've been talking about.
You've got Warrior
Of
now.
course,
You've
he
got
was
Warrior and
instrumental in
Konza.
the goal.
Konza is
He's
going to
been
destroy them.
instrumental defensively so far.
Literally not giving the ball away.
He's at 100% pass completion rate in the
has gone
second
in.
half. We've been
They've sat in
counting.
a low block for like
Yeah,
the
see,
whole of this.
James
Well, now
expensive.
listen. Now,
Gone into wing-back mode. It's
no
5/3 at the
moral
back.
or
Fuck,
ethical.
you don't need me to do it.
Yeah, James has gone
There
on
he
the right
goes.
side.
He's going back to the toilet.
Pushing a little bit further forward.
Actually,
Well done, Kai. Well done. There you go. There you go. Puppy pops.
That's good. I thought the tactics come in slam.
Nice. There's
No,
no
this
rules.
one
Nobody
resulted.
watches the full
Things
score
being
with us.
thrown at television sets all over the country, but
He's presumably upset because he's
Argentina
so
do tend to
deeply
score.
wrong about his Declan Rice day.
they have in every one of their last 13 games.
Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
Scored
I don't
2
think
plus
they
in
are my headphones.
all of the last
Oh,
12.
these are my headphones. Here we go.
Look at Messi. He's trying to slap Spence, bro.
But Mexico hadn't
It
lost
was
at the
that Gordon
Aztec
coming
for long
off.
enough before England went there.
And
So
Konza coming on.
take all those
Okay.
numbers and you know what you can do with them.
About that.
England have been superb up to now, but again, they're going to be on.
Jude, why didn't you just put the tackle in there?
James into
Here's Alvarez.
midfield to form like a
I guess so.
3, or maybe Bellingham on one of the wings.
You're looking for Messi's on his own.
In the park.
Depaul.
See that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they have
Messi.
no natural wingers left on the pitch, right?
No.
Delivered by Montiel.
Because they've
Everybody looking at him for a moment.
Was that the only change?
Eventually it is
Looked like it, yeah,
away
because they have 4
out of
subs in
harm's
there.
way. Good defending again.
So a couple of other players on
Argentina
and off
with the clock now on 74 minutes. Yes, there'll
for
be a
Argentina,
whole
so it
chunk
sounds like
added on
Simeone's
as always, but they now look, even at this relatively still early stage, a team in a hurry. They'll have to be. This is a huge
Rodrigo de Paul and
you know,
Gonzalo
20 minutes
Montiel
or
on for
both
Giovanni
teams, both
Simeone
countries.
and Noel Molina. And England's only sub is Ezri Konsa on for Anthony Gordon.
Montiel.
Formerly of Nottingham Forest.
Right, okay.
Not spectacularly.
Here we go.
Otamendi will get it back.
Yeah, let's see what they've done.
Oh yeah, Nico Gonzalez has obviously also come on for Paredes, and Otamendi there was also on for Sandro Martinez. So only one of the Argentina back four now has a booking.
Fernandes to Otamendi.
It's not giving him any room, Bryce. It's not giving Messi any room. Look at him. Look at him.
Half since Anthony Gordon's goal. De Paul off the post. McAllister flung everything he had at that.
Well done, Jed Spence. No.
Wow.
Fernandes.
Wow.
He's probably still building his.
Come on.
To deliver another one.
I'll just text him, tell him I love him.
Bellingham. Kane trying to pull it down.
Oh.
And a whole swarm of navy blue around him.
Okay,
wow.
On the ball here.
McAllister.
Alvarez to the middle now.
Julian
Throwing
Alvarez.
himself at the ball. Free header.
Oh.
Montiel.
Let's make this a voice note.
De Paul. And that's straight at Pickford,
No, I've just sent him nothing.
who keeps his cool.
Love you,
And the
John.
ball
Sorry.
for the second time. It's identical.
Don't say sorry.
Paul knocking the
Love you,
ball in.
John.
Onto the on-running McAllister.
There you go. Never admit you've done anything wrong, Kyle.
True.
Huge opportunity
Double
missed
down
for
back,
Argentina
down.
there, and England have been looking.
Down.
Double doom.
Well, we've got an added danger to Messi and co. The delivery of Rodrigo de Paul. That's
tempted to say
two that have
the
been
way
dead
that
eye.
Argentina
Unbelievable.
crafting their attacks.
There's the
makes me
ball
feel that
in.
there is a
Free
bias
header.
because
Hits
it's
the
not
post.
like
It should be in the back of the net.
they're not creating
Absolute
anything.
sitter.
They seem relatively
Quality
straightforward.
cross from
This
De
is
Paul.
what several teams have done against them in the tournament so far, is they've sat with this back five line, the line in front of it.
They were
Because
just
what they
feeling a little
tend to
sorry
do
for
in this
themselves for a
situation
moment or
is
two.
try and score
Not
they
now.
score goals from corners, or Messi gets it, fires a 1-2, and then something happens
Made a
from there.
difference straight away.
Just
Need
block
De
his
Paul.
paths to
No
goal,
other thought.
should be
Get the
all
ball
right.
in. Whip it in. Twice within a minute.
Then they've got someone directly
Now he
behind the
plays it
player
out to
on Messi.
Montiel. Look at these combinations
6
down the right. They're
time,
working for Argentina now.
Never have a chance to do anything.
Yeah, because they seem to be playing it. They seem out of possession. They seem to be in a
Fernandes.
5-3-2 now.
Yeah.
Messi moves away from the right and tries to play one in behind. And it's
Wow.
Was it the post?
That's game.
I was going to say that.
Bro, they get closer, closer. He's looking. Whoa, they get closer, closer. They're knocking on the doors. Offside.
And the flag up
Woo.
anyway.
It's dangerous.
Just been offside.
Great ball.
They're knocking on the door, bro.
Brilliant.
I don't know if I agree with
That was a tight one. It wasn't even offside. I don't think that was offside.
I'm sure if that had gone in,
Wow.
would have had an anxious
We're
one.
going to go back through, surely Dan Burn.
If I would have given that, that's what England needs to avoid. You need to avoid anything that goes to VAR.
They can't just sit back and soak up the pressure. They need Harry to stay up there and give us an outlet or Jude Bellingham. It's very difficult to know when you're under pressure. But unless that happens, the ball just keeps coming straight back at you.
Everything's going to be fine.
That ball's been played in, I think, 3 times now, that cross.
I know, and McAllister's been on it twice, right? And there's another player on it.
That's
exactly what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
If he simply doesn't hit
down the left
it
since
straight at the
coming on.
goalkeeper,
Every time.
he'd do much better.
Yeah.
Constant ushers him out. Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, that's really great.
Messi.
Cross, isn't it? Oh my God, it's the inside of the post as well. It could even bounce
Come
back
on.
to him and in.
Come on, Rogers. Come on. Sprint.
Rogers has got Kane with him. 2
Paul's
over to the
made such a
right.
good impact already.
And a goal in front of him.
Messi's best
He
mate.
also had Otamendi in front of him. And that's what I hope is going to happen. The longer the game goes on, that will happen.
Let's have a
We'll
little,
get opportunities, I hope.
Some in.
De Paul.
What the thing that's interesting to me as well is
Better
that
come
even
again.
in the back five, there's so much space for the wing backs to cover to get out to where the balls are actually being crossed in from.
Fernandes.
Messi has literally lost the ball like 20 times. He's lost position 20 times.
Playing like this. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, this can't continue. It can't continue. Well, actually, I mean, if Argentina keep missing, then it could continue.
This is all by Messi to leave it
The flag
alone.
was up. The flag was up.
It's Fernandes now.
Okay.
Messi's asking for the ball now more and more. He's getting it. That's what they need to avoid. Get him off the.
Messi.
I think they'd VAR that.
He's got to head that across to Alvarez, surely, instead of shooting.
Kane forces him into an errant pass.
Come on, yeah. Get them out. Get them out.
It's a bit of help up there.
Who's there? No one.
Biggest 15 minutes of their lives for these England
I
players.
know that the fans are mixed, but all I can see is
Understandably, they're
Argentina
getting
fans.
further and further back and hanging on, trying to keep hold of that precious
like
goal
England
lead.
have gone defensive way too early here.
Well, they've been defensive since they scored, right?
Yeah.
And their goal
Mr.
kind of
Montiel.
came against the run of play.
De Paul
The goal
setting
was
himself
the
for another. It wasn't available that time.
55th minute.
You're right, they had that
Fernandes.
5-minute period after half-time where they looked like they were
Messi.
the protagonist
One of the
team.
things about it we sometimes don't
Since
talk about
then,
his strength on the ball.
That has not been the case.
Tagliafico,
This is also
McAllister
exactly what
missed
Gareth
it.
Southgate was
Back
criticised for.
across, and England
That is
defend in
superb.
number.
Brilliant from Morgan Rogers.
Kane then buys a free kick.
Stay down. Stay down.
A little bit of respite. It won't last long.
Let's have a go.
Kane's using all of his experience there. He knows what he's doing. He knows his team are under pressure. They need a breather. They need a rest.
That's not it, buddy.
Then he gets a free kick that they so badly need.
Great play of Argentina. Keep that.
Lautaro
What Messi does is
Martinez
he takes someone all the way to one side.
to come on
Team
for
will
Argentina,
pass it,
taking over from the left back Nicolas Tagliafico. So it really is all guns blazing now for Lionel Scaloni's defending world champions. Martinez, El Toro, the master goal scorer from Inter.
There was a push there as well.
Just let him run the game.
Back to Messi again.
Reece James.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly pulling many more strings than he was
I think
before
some
when it was
treatment.
0-0,
Yeah, he is
right?
having
Like,
it.
it feels like he's much more
Which
in
means he'll have to
control.
leave the field for a minute.
Yeah.
England will have to defend
Wow.
light for the next 60 seconds.
Squad into the pitch for a minute. Come
Well,
on.
they're messing about. Nico O'Reilly's coming on. Yes, yeah, straight away. No
Man,
chances taken.
yo, man is going full on defensive mode. Look who's coming on.
Game stages, different plans for different situations.
Yo, look who's coming on.
First, fine.
Full on, back in the box.
Mexico, though.
But they were down to 10 against Mexico.
That is
Against
true.
Norway when they were
forgot
under
about
huge
that.
pressure. And all of a sudden when De Paul comes on and
And in
starts
the
to whip
second half,
those balls
Mexico
into
didn't
the
create
box,
as many opportunities
that's
as
what he's
Argentina
brought
had
Dan
already.
Burn on for
Mexico's
exactly
delivery was
that.
really poor on the
James
night.
is up and Declan Rice is off.
Since the goal has been brilliant.
A little bit of midfield insurance is lost maybe, but
Wow, what is this? I don't know.
100% in question.
Okay, Riley's on. That makes sense. Riley's on.
Elliot Anderson saying, who's going where? He's got his arms outstretched waiting for the instructions. Spence to left back.
That's Tara Martinez coming on here.
O'Reilly in the
For
midfield.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Pickford
Well,
gets it
I
up
guess
towards
they'll
Harry
have
Kane.
lots of extra space for that winger they brought on. What was his name again?
England.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, no. I was making a
Never
joke.
mind
about
threes or
England took
fives.
over
It is
England
five at the back now
as
for
we
England.
transfer.
See as a
Yeah, I guess you
desperation
don't
to
need,
get back in there
you
as
don't
well.
need
With the ball
Tagliafico
chopping
for-
backwards.
If you've got no one to
Trying
defend.
desperately to fill those spaces. 5-4.
Reece James is injured.
I have to say, putting him at wing back did feel bold.
Messi.
That's a really good header from
Fantastic
Martinez.
header from Muggehi.
Yeah.
De Paul.
If there, it feels like in all of the other England games, there's been a kind of obvious candidate for the TikTok montages,
Fernandes.
for the fans make afterwards.
Look
We've
around
seen
you,
this with
Messi's
Gamba
by himself.
and
De Paul.
we've seen,
That's
the
it.
switch with Jude Bellingham.
O'Reilly.
Is there a player from this game so
A
far?
very, very important first contribution and a good second as well.
Stay back, stay back, stay back.
Come on, you want me to go
Bring
to
a
the
little bit
cupboard
of
as well?
energy.
Do you want me to go to the taxi?
Much needed energy to that midfield.
There's Dan Burn and
Jed
O'Reilly.
Spence.
Sometimes to get across. It's Nico Gonzalez and Julian
More
Alvarez.
defensive from England.
So there's
De
multiple.
Paul.
They could play Dan Burn
Messi.
left wing back and push. Thing
Messi.
O'Reilly's coming in as well.
Pickford was watching it.
Imagine
He
Spencer
knew
Davis
where
on
it was
right wing
going.
back.
He knew exactly where it was
left wing
going.
back.
Knew what
And then
Messi
Dan
was
Burn
trying
in
to
for
do
who?
as well, though, and
Declan
whip
Rice.
that in, and I hope someone's
So
just going to
Johnstone's going to push up into midfield.
get on the end of it, but Pickford was in control
They
of
can't
it.
have four centre backs
Losing
in the back,
track.
can they?
Yeah, maybe.
Otherwise, they'll have six in the back line.
Maybe it's a back six.
It can't be a back six.
I can't think he's on the pitch.
82 minutes. Well, Elliot Anderson's the only remaining central midfielder.
Well,
Going
Bellingham
for an
and Rodgers
Argentina
play
throw
alongside
it.
him, I guess.
84
Sure, but
minutes on the clock now.
So Spencer's on the left. Gay,
Keep looking at that
Burn
clock.
and
I think it's
Stones
gone
at
ever so slow.
O'Reilly.
It's happening for the last 5 or 10
Okay.
minutes.
Okay.
Gonzalez.
Then who's the right back? Konza.
Konza's the right back.
Enzo Fernandez is going to line up another one here.
Well, I guess he's not going to do much.
Needed tipping over the top.
You can't let them shoot.
Well, I mean, judging based on the.
They've run out of ideas. They surely got done now.
Probably at a time.
Probably was going over.
And if there's any more, then it's the
They've run out of ideas.
to give Argentina the World Cup. Presumably.
Like, who's going to come out and meet Messi?
Just to be 100%.
Yes, Messi. Argentina, as you'd expect, getting on with it very, very quickly. And it's another one!
40 now.
Like
He's tried that so many times and you've not covered it.
I wonder if he comes on in the final.
Go on, O'Reilly.
Yeah, a little bit.
He tried that so many times.
Go again.
Over and over. He tried at least 4 times and he finally got goal out of it. We still not covered it.
Okay.
What the fuck? Nah.
It's a 5-4-1 now, isn't it?
He's fucking tried that so many times.
Listen, the World Cup changes people. Maybe Thomas Tuchel's galaxy brain plan. I paused just to see if that was going to be a goal against England. Maybe his galaxy brain plan, Thomas Tuchel, is to just constantly talk about the fact that he wants England to play in this progressive way, where they are the protagonists of the game. But actually, his secret plan is to have them playing exactly the same way Southgate did. But no one will complain about it because Tuchel is saying the opposite thing. That's the only thing that Gareth Southgate did wrong, isn't it? He was truthful about what he wanted to do.
With the inside of the foot as well for him to generate that power.
Bro, he's tried that so many times and these guys didn't cover him.
Anthony Kumpo, isn't it?
England won. Argentina won. And the tough thing now is for England and Thomas Tuchel. He's made his changes.
Too much space.
Defensively.
Recently moved to
In the
Miami
hope
Heat.
that they can hang on.
Okay, I don't like that.
There is a whole different mood change inside this huge Atlanta ball.
It should be.
England caved him. They caved him.
He's taking it from here because he prefers.
He tried that so many times. Tried.
I don't like
at least 4 or 5
FIFA
times.
Conspiracy.
And you just let him. My God.
We're about to see what they've got. They've just proved that.
1-1. Great finish.
Again, they've been under the cosh so many times in this tournament.
Off in the first half for thumping
questions to answer.
in the back of the neck, huh? Of course, that's the case.
Pulled themselves right back into the game.
I think you're right.
And there's the player who, on this very pitch,
coming ever since he thumped Elliot Anderson in the back of the neck and wasn't
from 2-0 down, have made it 3-2 against Egypt to carry Argentina through another step.
Everyone's cheering you, Andrew.
This team.
Do you want more? You want more
the manager said it yesterday, Scaloni. We will try to make it to the end with every last drop of breath.
Was Messi offside?
Well, because of the changes,
Come
England now
on.
got 6 defenders.
These substitution, man, is
Can
poor.
play midfield as he's
way
doing.
too much space.
But in terms of trying to get people forward, Bellingham,
a
Kane,
lot of shots
Anderson,
into the box as well, Fernando.
and Rodgers left, I think.
I mean, he just had one that resulted in the corner. Like that's why they have a.
Messi's going to get a goal now.
Should have been taken from the other side, by the way.
There was John Stones to get rid of it.
Come on.
They've described it as a dagger in commentary. To me, a dagger sort of implies a little bit of a surprise.
Stones is
What's the referee saying here?
referee had no option but to stop the game.
Oh my God! Stop celebrating, mate. Goodness me. Get over yourself.
The question is, how can England find that piece of magic? I know they're under huge pressure, but because of the changes,
Bloody hell, it's been
as
celebrating
I've
for 2
said,
minutes here.
they do look very, very defensively. It's worked for them in the past couple of games.
Yeah.
They've got quite a
Now
lot of
it's
subs. They've
different.
got 2 subs
It's
left to
very,
make, 1 more
very
in
different.
I mean, this is not far off what my preferred starting 11 yesterday was now.
Off the field.
Yeah.
Satisfaction's gone for now.
Okay.
This is on Tuchel.
Well,
So,
they weren't far from the end.
although I think John Stones is
Quite far.
okay.
There's about 10 minutes.
The fact he's been treated,
not
though,
far.
means he will have to leave the field. Right, though, the mood in the stadium, as
It's
expected, is
interesting,
just
but you know,
completely
one of the things about both
switched.
teams is that they've
Enzo
both
Fernandez
shown a lot
with
of
this.
resilience through the tournament so far.
yeah.
Strong from the heavens.
It's hard to know, you know, like it would be
It's not the front of the boot he hits
characteristic
it
of
with,
both
it's
of
the
them to win the
instep,
game
isn't
from
it?
this
The way
stage.
he gets the power and the direction.
I think with England's tactics
Really,
now, they're going
really
to try and get through
impressive.
to extra time, which is a massive risk with the way the momentum of the game is going.
yeah, Messi will find something as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wall of Argentinian
I think also,
greeted the goal and has
if
carried
they
on ever
lose
since.
in 90 minutes, I think Tuchel will get a lot of crap.
And rightly so.
I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I think that's what will happen.
I think the way he's lent into the defensiveness
At least what they always get.
done England a disservice here. They've not had anything since the goal.
They haven't really had any, like much. I mean, yeah, like they've
Well,
been
every
very,
single
very
World
deep
Cup
for the last 20
semi-final
minutes
they played
since the goal, right? But like,
They don't
they didn't have loads of that game before either.
Head knock.
Looks like head injury, is it?
He was trying to get up as well, but
And we are moving into at least 9 minutes to be added on. 9 minutes for England to hang on, it seems. 9 long
Yeah, I
minutes to
think we
hang
should
on.
have a massive go at the referee.
As I said,
That
it's
seems like a great
problem
idea.
of when we do win the ball is trying to how we get it into someone going forward.
England?
They've made 3.
Not that many now that can get into
So
those
there's 2 remaining
positions.
subs and then 1
That
more.
substitution was negative.
Right, well,
Or
you need to put
6
on Saka
defenders.
and Madueke or something.
That's something we slaughtered Amorim for.
De Paul to Messi.
Take Stones off.
Now we're just going to sit back.
Messi through the game. Spence. Breaks to Kane. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham will have to lead the charge on his own. He's got no other alternative. But
Just
only
think
goes
trying
so
to white
far.
knuckle your way to the end of the game from 55 minutes in is
Into his
crazy.
midfield position.
Yeah.
I can't get over it.
I can't tell how much of it is just that's what's going to happen now. And like sometimes you just can't impose upon the other team.
I get that, but you're leaning into it with your changes, right?
No, I agree.
But that's not from 55 minutes, is it? That's
No,
about
but that's from 67 when the hydration break was and they made those changes.
Messi beaten to it by Spence, who's just stretched something in getting there.
Yeah, I think this will be a lot easier to
Messi again.
look at.
O'Reilly
in
can't
hindsight.
stop the
I can see
ball.
what he's trying to do. If they're naturally falling to that state anyway, and you don't have a chance to talk to them now to try and reset it, then you might as well just accept that is what's going to happen, and think they'll dig in like they did against Mexico and they'll be all right. But
I get what you're saying, but I think all 3 of us in this room could kind of see that this was unsustainable as a way of playing.
oh,
England, right?
I mean, this used to drive me nuts when like, Aberdeen would do this all the time against teams. They're like, I'd rather lose the 3 or 4, but like do it properly.
That substitution was poor. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Almost as long as it took Enzo to celebrate his goal.
Bruh.
I think if England hang on for another 9 minutes to get to extra time.
But Messi, the way he gets the ball, recovers it quickly.
Jeez.
That's very negative.
I'm feeling negative right now.
I'm negative yourself. Come on. Listen.
I'm really worried.
I'm worried as well, but
Oh my days.
things don't look great. They have the capacity to change things. They've come back from bad stuff before.
Kane and Bellingham on empty stamina bars as well.
This tournament for England.
And he's
The manager's decisions have gone into that back 5.
Here we go.
It's
Find the ball.
backfired in the
Well,
last
okay.
10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because it's been backs to the wall of not being able to get out at all.
I mean, that's mad.
There's nothing you can do against 4 players. Yeah, he's got to jog back because
Is
he's
it
so
Saka
broken.
injured or
It's a
something?
face of anguish, but the tears are of joy.
I wonder, yeah.
Madueke, just get him on.
I think someone,
Jude
right?
tries to rally his players
Is he
into
in a bit of
one
stasis
last
about wanting to
huge,
make more changes before possible?
massive
I
push
think
towards
it's
the
just so
finish.
Oh,
The world champions for
well
a
done, Joe
reason.
Spence. Well done.
He just doesn't want to take Kane and Bellingham off. I understand.
Desire, of course, their ability.
That substitution was so
But
poor.
also
You
the
could see
know
it.
not to panic when they go behind.
Right?
There it is.
Argentina made positive substitution. Man for man, like for like. Strikers coming in.
Confrontation between De
Well,
Paul
where
and
was
Jude
Declan Rice
Bellingham
then,
and Rodrigo
Kyle?
De Paul has been
Not now, Jack.
guarded for them.
Not now.
If I done that, you'd have kicked me out.
Duty to be standing there on the centre spot when England are about to restart. But he knows exactly what he's doing.
I mean, I
England
can't
just
believe
have no
Tuchel is
answer
not.
to now.
As soon
Leon's
as that
fall
goal
of
went in,
Argentina, as soon as he
Because he
went
knew
back
there'd be about
and
15
camped in on
minutes
the
left.
18-yard box. Not had the answer to Argentina and how quick they've moved it and the brilliance.
Well,
This
how
game.
disappointing.
Playing it against
At least we
Alvarez
won't
for
feel
England
ill
from
on Sunday.
down by the corner.
Again, though, with all these players deep, how are McAllister and Fernandes, and I know Fernandes won from the set piece, but there's so much space on the edge of the box. I mean, it's a brilliant cross from Messi.
Brilliant cross. And also, you could say, like, Jed Spencer looks like he hurts his foot a little bit going in for that previous challenge, so he doesn't close down the space very well.
There's a lot of space for Martinez in the box, given there's about 20 centre backs.
Yeah, I don't. You know, he really shouldn't be able to find that much space.
When you have 20,
and now he's bringing in Rashford. He's bringing in fucking. Oh my days!
Yeah, England have had nothing but space for it.
Tuchel has absolutely like ruined this.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
Never the clear guns up this concert. You've got to miss the front man there, Conser. You've got the guys in the middle waiting for you.
Right,
Got to miss that front man.
He's bringing in Rashi.
Probably 7.
He's bringing in. I've been tuning for the first time. This is messed up.
You know?
Prove me wrong, England. Come on.
Nearest point of exit. On comes Ivan Toney.
They do take quite a long time to celebrate their goals,
Is
don't
going to
they?
make way as well for
Really long
Marcus
time.
Rashford. It's got to be everything England have got in terms of fire.
I also think the time will definitely be added on at the end of the.
Too late for that. It might just be too late.
You'll definitely get all mine.
You've got all that threat on the bench and you've not utilised it. And now, 4 minutes to go.
The goal went in like the 91st.
Right? I know it's a long time in football.
So the game should
put a cross in.
Chance to cross here.
Put cross.
I think it definitely
So lift the ball up, you mop it.
Got to have that
How is he
quality.
still not making
It's a really
changes?
good position to be in. Just brought big players on for that reason. That's a throw. 6 minutes of the end.
Come on, Harry.
Have passed.
He's just trying to get it in straight
Was
away.
it ball like 10?
Throw in,
Put on some wingers.
Start running
What
out
are you
whichever way you
doing?
look at it.
I mean, if you're Saka or Rashford on the bench, you probably are looking at this and thinking, like,
I'm thinking,
why
what
can't
is
I
this
get
lad
on?
up to? Yeah.
Why
Rodgers
can't I
now.
get on the pitch here?
Rodgers puts an early ball in. Dan Burn, extra striker
Oh,
for
it's
now.
a difficult ball to receive.
Why not?
A little bit too bouncy.
Got to. Got to get up there.
Okay.
Got to
So
get it
the
in.
thing about having Esri Konsa at right wing back is you've now got every Konsa putting in deliveries into the box.
Yeah. He really looks like he could be in a
Tony and Rashford.
Invited the
There we
chance
go.
for another one. Up he goes.
Brilliant.
Put clear by Alvarez.
It's because it's going to penalties, Kaya.
Yeah.
It might do, yeah.
Yeah. Please prove me.
Yeah, lots of space for a cross
Rodgers
here.
should have been held on to.
Not a very good
Esri
one,
Konsa
though,
putting
because
the
it's
ball
Esri
in.
Konsa. Yeah.
But it's remarkable how quickly you accepted your fate, Joe. It's like,
What can you do?
That should be Emi
I
Martinez's
know
ball
this
to
feeling
claim
very
his
well. Not
lecture.
at this quite this level, but yeah.
With Dan Burn down.
I love hope,
In that penalty
but
area as well.
also
I hardly ever let it in football now. I tried not to get involved because I know
Argentina,
what this feeling
their
is.
supporters have cleared their
despair
throats
is a
and
very
are now singing
familiar
their victory
feeling.
songs.
Indeed.
Saka must not have an Achilles left.
I know. I feel sorry for him. He must be so injured. I mean, listen, honestly, like so many of these players are tired. Also, semi-finals great. I know it's sad, but it is great. It's great to get to the semi-final.
Balls were going into the box, now he brings Martinez on.
Just
And
not
he
there.
gets his goal.
All right, come on, Marcus Rashford. Come on, buddy.
Is it the first
You've already
Thomas
scored one
Tuchel's
goal
lost?
for
Well,
England.
sometimes you've got to do it. They worked for him in the last 2 games
Doesn't have a cross, does
perfectly.
he? Doesn't look like
Fine
he can do
margins of
cross then.
football. And being a
It's like
manager and a
having-
coach,
Running,
making
he's
those decisions. That said, it is not
So
lost yet.
Rodgers,
Although every one of those that goes astray, it becomes more likely.
I mean, Esri Konsa is now like the focal point of
Esri
England's
Konsa
attack.
is now the
Well,
quarterback
it's
for this
over.
England team.
The ball just keeps going back to him.
It's insane.
Argentina were like, yeah, leave that guy in space. It's fine.
Insane behaviour.
Gonzalez throw. Anderson. Tony waiting for it. He's not going to
Here
get
we
that privilege. Otamendi came flying through the air.
Just not giving the ball to
Rashford.
Konsa, even though he's in loads of space on the right
Taking
wing,
on
so they know it's a
Montiel.
back
He's
on.
done well with it.
I don't
Rivero
mind
did well with
Rodgers
that
taking
too.
an early
Now Messi.
ball.
That's the
Here
ball
we go,
tripped
come on.
across his body. Past O'Reilly.
Go on, Dan
Alvarez
Burn.
holds off Anderson. Messi then is fouled this time by Bellingham. There's a needless flash point.
Don't.
Lads, this always frustrates me when teams do this. Like, you've got to have someone else there to have a little triangle.
Yeah. Everyone can't be in the box.
Yeah, it's just
It's
like, I never
responsive
understand
nothing.
it.
Inunderstandable, like, yes, we've got this.
He's
Had to go
literally
through in the
smiling.
last 2
King
games.
Weasel.
And
He's
the work
literally
to fit.
smiling.
It's just not had the response. Have we ever seen a team in international football like this Argentina team for never, ever, ever showing any semblance of we're cooked here?
It's incredible. What
Alan
an
Shearer making a
unbelievable
good point,
attitude.
which is that Argentina's substitutions
The way they keep
counter
going, the way they
England's
don't
have actually
panic,
changed the game
the way
very
they've got belief
positively. I mean,
in
for
what
obvious
they're
reasons,
doing.
but also even just the flow
And
of
then
the
the
game was
manager
completely
changes
changed
things
by
with his
There's also
substitutions,
in the
and
last
it
game,
worked for
England,
them.
Tuchel made the team worse and then spent the rest of the game trying
How
to
they found a way
very good point.
And
once
you said
again.
it a couple of shows
Been
ago
under
that
huge
JJ,
pressure.
that Scaloni's just got it right almost every time, right? With his
It takes him a bit of
changes.
time, but he
Back
just
to
seems
Pickford,
slowly.
he was
It
meant to
doesn't
hurry there. Still
ever
putting the pressure on
negatively
now.
affect him. It's just always to try and
Rogers loses it.
more to get Messi on it. Yeah.
Chance to put it into the box. Messi decides he can
Argentina will be
poke it
interesting
out. He doesn't need to hurry now.
We've still got
We
probably
are
about
in
45 seconds.
time added
based
on to the end
what I
of
think
time
this
added on.
I think that he's blowing the whistle
England
as
with
soon
one
as
up
it gets anywhere
towards
near
Tony, but
99.
it's a hopeful one. No more than that.
Has Ivan
Can
Toney
Burnwell
touched the
keep on
ball?
charging around as best
No,
he can?
he's not touched it.
Anderson.
Come on, let's
It's
get
going to go
Ivan
forward.
Toney
It's
a
going to
touch
go
on the
long,
ball.
hasn't it? Got to
Come on, Marcus. You know, about 20 minutes ago.
Straight up the middle towards
It wasn't
Burnham.
bad though. It was nice to have a
The
cross.
wide
Burke
play that
can't
England
win
haven't
it.
had for 40
Won't
minutes.
quite fall at Bellingham, and it's booted
the
at the
ball
play.
Oh, that's good.
And the ref has a look at his watch. For now, he says throw in England.
Yeah, foul.
Bellingham,
Just don't bite
Bellingham,
into
you're going to waste all your time. You're going to waste all your time.
Careful.
Referee's just going to blow the
Up to
whistle.
Burke.
You're wasting all of your time.
Just leave it. Just leave it.
It's fine. He's the best
Anderson.
player in the world.
It's back with Pickford.
He's also about 60
One
years old.
last
He probably
charge.
is a bit tired.
Pickford, Martinez is getting ready to catch it. He's lost it. Now he has it. And the referee's given a free kick
Okay, well,
anyway.
let's go to 9 minutes. Let's see.
And I suspect that the moment this is taken, it will be all over in
additional time
Atlanta.
it could be.
And the World Cup will be all over for England. In terms of having a chance to win it.
It's over, man. It's fucking over. Jeez.
Martinez will
Silence in the room.
have his moment. Take his
What's the vibe of the
time.
live chat, Kyle?
It's really wholesome and lovely.
The weight, the pain goes on
Lose the ball.
for English football.
Going to score again? Messi knows.
More semi-final sorrow
He knows.
as Argentina do
He
what
wants to
they
try and
always do.
boot Messi off the pitch.
What they do better
never
than
a foul.
possibly
Come on.
any
Come on,
international team that has ever gone before.
No, Kane, if you run that
They
fast
are
now, you
now
are
6 out of 6 in World Cup semi-finals. And they will go to defend their
You've got
crown
to get it forward.
on Sunday.
It's got to go. It's got to go forward.
Get it forward.
I think the best team was one guy. I don't think we can complain about that. You've got to be open and honest about it.
Yeah,
Their reaction
it's going to be it.
was
Best
like
team didn't
they
win.
hit the post a couple of times. England got lucky. But how they didn't panic, how they stuck to their game plan,
Fair play, Messi.
how they believed in what they were doing. And they
Someone's
did
got to
it.
get free for the throw.
And the manager's substitutions worked
Burn.
for Argentina. And you have to admire, you have to
Okay,
respect
first time
the
for
way
Pickford for the first time.
they've come back
Let's
into
go,
this
let's go,
game.
let's go.
Just shoot
And
Pickford.
they
Best shot
deserve
in the pitch
to
at the
be in the
moment.
final on Sunday. As much as it hurts me to say that,
Straight
there's a
to the
little bit of
keeper.
provocation going on, and a few England players are rising to that. Their frustrations are coming to the fore.
Referee calls a free
But it will be
kick
down to Miami for England and those supporters who choose to follow them there. There'll be many of them.
Well, there is. I need
To
not
face
remind
France
everyone a
for
FIFA
the third,
conspiracy to win
fourth
Argentina
place
the World Cup.
match.
So there's nothing.
For
There's nothing England
Argentina,
could have done about this game.
I think it's an English
It's Spain.
conspiracy to help Argentina.
They've only
win the
faced
World
each
Cup.
other
It's just
once
that Thomas
before in a
Tuchel's
World Cup.
embroiled in the conspiracy.
That was
Kyle.
back in
That's all it
1966,
is.
and I'm afraid for England,
How
well,
about that?
we're still stuck
How about that?
back in 1966. Full time.
I'm just
England
not
won.
looking at my laptop in case we get
Argentina
some spoilers
2.
on the full-time whistle.
Disgusting.
I'll be back in the chat in a second.
Shattered.
Disgusting.
Okay,
There it
there we
is.
go.
The players are
Okay.
shattered
Disgusting.
physically
Fucking
and mentally.
that substitution
Well
there
done to the
you
is
are
exactly
as
what
well.
we kill.
Whether
With
you
number
are
one
Well,
fight
that
back.
game was maybe slightly
as
mismanaged
they have
towards the
gone
end
through the
there.
ringer.
Sorry, lads. I know that must be very
Everybody
upsetting.
watching has gone
Yeah,
through the
it's not great.
ringer. And that man there,
But
on Lionel Messi, as he just went
I
out to
really don't
shot,
like that guy.
is into
Which
another.
one?
Enzo
Well,
Fernandez. I really
so many-
like Enzo Fernandez.
So many
And it
people
is
you could
those
be
in the
talking
dark
about this
blue
season.
There's
shirts,
so many reasons
with
not
the
to
blue and
like
white
him as
striped
well.
shirts who are dancing
Many reasons
in
to
this
dislike
stadium
that guy.
here
One of them is how long he celebrates.
Say shattered, Wayne Rooney.
Like that,
you could
but there are other
say
reasons.
crushed as well, couldn't you? Just looking at them.
Yeah,
Alas,
we all are.
as we watch Argentinians
we got ourselves into such a good position.
cry with pleasure and a victory, we will take, I don't know,
we didn't know what to do. We sat back, we allowed
20
them to come onto us.
I actually forgot to prepare any
They
of
were
the podcasts
creating
before
a number of chances, put us under
so
pressure, we couldn't get out, and then we cracked them. As soon as we got the first goal, it was inevitable we got into the second.
okay.
So,
They're all stressed out, aren't they?
With Lautaro
They're all
Do you
stressed
agree
out.
with the not knowing quite what to do
Sorry.
once
I
they
don't
were
know
a
what
goal
for.
up in the semi-final?
I don't know what for.
I think the guys have gone back to what they did against Mexico and what they did against Norway, where they locked the door.
Right, we'll be back.
But what that did is it freed up Lionel Messi, who's got a skeleton key.
So it will be
And he absolutely rammed the
Bro,
show.
I even fucking top dip the score, like.
Spread down that right and Argentinian side, big decisions whether to shoot or to cross. And in the end, we felt as soon as that first goal was scored and England had made the changes they made, this was only going to win one way.
There's an air of disbelief as well, isn't there, Michael, when you look at Joe Hart's face there, and you contrast it. Sorry, Joe Hart, Jude Bellingham's face there. You contrast it with the sort of positivity of the Argentinians, who have now been in 6 semi-finals, have gone through to the final each time. So Wayne's point is they do not want to.
Yeah, but they have him wrapped the screen now. They have the goal. Greatest of all time.
Stop watching along, Kyra.
When it looked like he wasn't doing much in the first half.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
They talked about moments,
Producer
didn't
Jamie, right, we'll be
we
back
thought
in
it could have
20
been
minutes. If you want to
thought it
join
could
us
have
for the
been
podcast,
Kane.
stick around and do
But
that.
this is why he is the
not,
king.
See you later. We'll be back on
He
Sunday.
operated that right inside channel and said, okay, it's a bit crowded in the middle of the pitch. I'm going to show you what you can do from that right side. 2 assists, and it's just remarkable what he can do in terms of being able to walk around the pitch and then come alive when the ball comes to his feet. Obviously, I'm devastated because in the first half, I think we really put up a good fight in terms of the intensity, the tackles. We made a real fight of it, but then this genius on his screen now comes into play, and sometimes that is just the difference.
Yeah, but when you're in a fight, when you're on top, you have to stay on top. So, you know, we go 1-0 up, and then we sit back and we make changes. We go 5 back, 6 to the back.
Exactly.
And if you allow
the substitution was disgusting, bro.
Argentina to come
The
on
sat back,
you're asking
they
for
packed the bus,
Well, we did
they
it,
fucking
didn't we?
packed the double decker.
And one of the
Top
goals that
there,
we scored,
damn done, coming on. You've got positive substitution on the bench, you didn't make it until 4 minutes to go. You got Rashford, you got Avatoni, these managers,
Mexico and Norway, they didn't quite have the quality on the day. If you give
you let them into your own area. That's the worst thing you could do against
and that ultimately was a
a
difference.
team that's superior.
Player in those moments, like we said, we talked about Norway, especially Mexico. They panicked. They were just whipping balls
my
in.
days.
Dan Burn was licking his lips, heading everything clear. I didn't see one bit of panic from that Argentinian side. I saw belief. I saw them realise that they could finally free up the great man in that pocket.
England went to fear mode.
All over again.
Tuchel went to a fucking mode that, you know, it's like club football you play. That's the stuff that we slaughtered Amorim for. We call Amorim shit manager, shit coach because of that. He passed the ball so many times at United and we lost every single game. That's what's happened here tonight. He was lucky against Mexico. Right? Mexico was so lucky because Mexico didn't have the patience to sit back and keep the ball and just attack him. Messi, what Messi's done there is fucking ridiculous. They kept finding him, they kept looking for Messi, they kept looking for Messi, and he kept pinging the ball. 2 assists, they didn't score, they didn't have to score, they just had to produce the goods.
It's a real panic, and
oh my days.
You can't go up and then surrender the ball and surrender any opportunity going to try and get the second goal, because that's what you want to do. You want to get the front foot. The pressure's on Argentina to get back in the game. So if you go and get pressure on the ball, we'll tackle him, make runs in behind. They're feeling it, they're like, oh, we don't feel we get back in this game. If you let them players that quality have the ball around your penalty box, sooner or later they're going to score. I think Gareth Southgate will be at home watching this game. He took a lot of criticism when he came to the big moments when England, when they had the lead and when they were in big games about shutting up shop, and I don't think that it's changed from that big moment out there. Thomas Tuchel, for as much praise as we've given him, for him to change it as soon as he did,
I think you realise that's him saying he didn't believe in his team. He didn't think they could land any more punches on Argentina.
Well, I think you summed it up perfectly there. Tuchel was brought in to be the difference. Tactically, we all thought he got it wrong today. In terms of the team,
not with the starting team.
No, in terms of the changes when we went to five at the back. I thought we could have kept the momentum going and brought on wingers and gone a little bit higher up the pitch, but ultimately we just didn't have the answers.
But if you're on that pitch, if you're an attacking player on the pitch and you go 1-0 up, and then you see the changes which the manager's making, you're losing belief in it.
Yeah.
And you think it's only so many times you can get away with it. But then you start thinking, oh no, we're going to sit back for slowly. How are we going to get through this?
Let's be honest about the whole situation. Mexico, outstanding. Passion, desire, all the things that we want. Dug in against Norway. But really, they've not played well all tournament, have they? They've had moments. And we said about moments in this tournament. Played so well today in the first half, stuck to the task defensively. But it was only going to be a moment that was going to win again because we've not been playing free-flowing football. Up until they scored their goal, we had the Spence tackle, outstanding. We had Jordan Pickford, great save. We had Jude Bellingham running up and down, doing all the stuff for his teammates. We talked about the wide areas where one crossed into the other. So there's so many good things about it. But throughout the tournament, we've not played amazingly well.
But it is about moments. It's been mainly about moments. Why reduce the opportunity to have those moments by making more and more defensive changes and going further back?
Chappers, can I just say one thing before these guys go behind us? Before they leave, I think it's important we acknowledge as former players the outstanding effort, the outstanding passion that they've put into this tournament. Don't get twisted, it was a disappointing end to this game. But those boys have given you absolutely everything they possibly can. The coaching staff, all right, it's on decisions sometimes. But too many times I've gone out of tournaments and looked disappointed and been absolutely hammered, and rightly so, because sometimes you not perform well.
Saka didn't get on the pitch, Kobe didn't get on the pitch. Ivan Toney last up 3 minutes.
Thrown into it.
He's mad.
I may get this completely wrong in the coming days, but I don't get a sense they're going to be hammered. Do you?
I'm not talking about hammered.
Right. You said being hammered in the past.
I just want to acknowledge, as a former professional who's got a microphone inside that everyone's listening, the effort and energy that's gone in. I know that's not enough sometimes, and we've already had people that are within our vicinity telling us how much they've paid to get here, and we respect all that, and those players respect all that. But I still think it's important that when you get to a semi-final of World Cup, something that none of us have achieved, by the way, and we're here.
I think what Harty's saying is their players have given everything obviously to try and win the tournament, and so did we. So did every other player, every other England squad who goes to the tournament. You give everything, so you get knocked out. They're all gutted, we're all devastated. The players are devastated, the fans, the team around us are absolutely devastated. These fans have spent a lot of money as well to be out here and support the team. So.
What do you guys think? I expect more in this game. What went wrong? What did he get wrong? Because I know what he got wrong.
I'm going to go to out there, but your point is it's not all on them. They weren't helped themselves by the decisions.
No, it's not. No, of course it's not. Listen, Argentina world champions. They're the holders, so we knew it was going to be difficult. I just felt that the changes we made, didn't help us when 1-0 up. It didn't help us, so. Yeah, we're devastated, and listen, sometimes you need a bit of luck, and you do need a bit of luck to win these tournaments.
They're on a difficult walk at the moment, are the England players, because they're walking back to the far side of the stadium, which is where the Argentinian fans are at the moment, which is why you might be able to hear a few of the whistles there. Let's go to the commentary box and talk to Alan Shearer. You've heard what everybody's been saying here in the studio. Do you feel the same about the substitutions that Thomas Tuchel's maybe called between wanting to try and sit out the game, but that was going to be over 20 minutes, and really it just invited more and more pressure?
Yeah, I said it during commentary, Chappers, didn't I, in terms of they've now got 6 defenders on the pitch. He played his hand. He knew that he was wanting to hang on. And the difference is hanging on against Norway or hanging on against Mexico, as we were, perhaps haven't got the quality that
this team have got Argentina in terms of the ability on the ball and the ability to punish you, and also their attitude. You know, is that I was so impressed with them not panicking.
Typical
He played his cards very,
Premier
very
League
early,
football.
Thomas, in the hope that he didn't hang on and it's backfired. But those split decisions are the ones that make such a difference, and we were all praising him for what he did and going to 5 at the back in the previous 2 games when England were under huge pressure. Now I guess we're going to go the other way now and think, could he have just changed it slightly different and put a bit more pace on? Because I said everything was coming back in England. They didn't have an outlet because whenever they won the ball, they had no
There's
energy.
no one to give
They
the
were
ball to.
physically and
There's
mentally
no one
done
to give the
once
ball to.
Argentina had got that first goal.
In all of this, and when you lose a game like this and go out to Argentina, it's probably difficult to hear as well. But you have to give Argentina huge credit, don't you? You have to give them huge credit for the way they came back into that, the chances that they created, the fact that several times in this tournament they've kept going and kept going. They've scored 8 goals from the 75th minute onwards at this tournament.
They're champions for a reason, because it's not just about ability, it's about know-how, and it's about an attitude when things are going against you, when you're suffering, is to believe in who you are and what you are, and you've got to give them great respect for doing that. The best team have won tonight. I don't think anyone can complain. They put England under huge pressure. They hit the post a couple of times. McAllister should have scored with that diving header. They got the 2 goals. They were the best team, as much as that hurts to say. But on the other side, from an English point of view, when you come off the pitch knowing you've given everything, you've given all, I don't think anyone can complain with that, and these England players have.
Yeah, I mean,
Alan, thank you very much. Let's get some reaction from the England camp. Here's the captain, Harry Kane, with Kelly.
Well, Harry, it's the most heartbreaking way for your tournament to end. I know it's going to be incredibly raw, but what are your immediate thoughts?
Yeah, just gutted for the boys, gutted for everyone, the team, the staff, the fans. Yeah, we played a good game for the large majority of it. Once we went 1-0 up, we seemed to just try and hold on, which, you know, at this level it's not enough. So just gutted because we've worked so hard to be here, and the lads are giving every last bit of running, sweat, blood, tears, whatever it is. Such a full shot like we did today is just gutted.
Why was it so hard to get any momentum after the goal, do you think?
Yeah, we struggled to get pressure on the ball. I thought, especially first half and start of the second half, we pressed them well. We put them under loads of pressure, especially high up the pitch, which then allowed us to win balls, control the game a little bit better. After the goal, whether it's them putting more men forward or us just not being able to match them man for man, it just was wave after wave, and we were trying to hold on. Lads were putting blocks in, but in the end, it was just it wasn't enough.
Did it feel at the end that after the exertion you put in the last 2 games, perhaps it was almost one ask too far to find another response?
Yeah, I don't know. The boys always are ready for any moment in the game, and when we went ahead, the messaging was to go again and get another goal. And, and then obviously once they scored their 2 goals, it was to try and find something, but we couldn't quite get the momentum back in the game.
But having to do this interview down the Argentina end of the pitch as well, which makes it even more difficult. But what can England learn from this? What can you take forward?
Yeah, we had a lot of good moments in this tournament. A lot of good games. Another semi-final. We talked about knocking on the door. We're close. We just need to find that missing piece in the final stage of the tournament. You know, these tournaments take it out of you so much effort and pressure and mentality, and we've shown a lot of that throughout the whole 6-7 weeks we've been together.
And it was too early to do that.
But yeah, we're just missing that final piece. Come back to one of the things he said to Kelly there, Michael, which was at this level it's not enough to hold on.
No, and Wayne's exactly right in what he said in terms of they dropped too deep. When they scored the first goal, they should have went for the second. I wanted positive substitutions to take the game to Argentina. Yes, you've got to respect their quality.
You shouldn't take a genius to see that the substitution was so negative.
At this level,
You're playing against the top team in the world, right? Go and finish the game.
Digging in not played well all tournament.
Messi didn't know what to do. They don't have ideas. They start shooting from outside the box. They start hitting the ball from outside the box. Normally Messi would drop dribble up to the box, up to the goal, and score a goal. They couldn't do it.
It didn't look like that. Of course, the opposition were applying pressure. They made
They make guys out there look like Pep Guardiola or Salis Ferguson.
However, it was just too deep. They made it too easy for Argentina in that second half.
I don't know if this is an unfair comparison or not, you tell me. Spain went to goal up last night against France and stayed in control. So they didn't go flying forward looking for the second, the third, and the fourth, although they got a second. But they managed to control it.
Yeah,
Was that the difference?
Yeah, but he didn't sit inside the own penalty box. He had control by taking the ball, by moving the ball, moving it quick, with a quick tempo. I think once we got the first goal, because absolutely right when he said, when we got the first goal, we didn't look to go inside to go second goal. Far from made changes and we dropped in. So for the players, for me, Thomas Tuchel's made the decision. And when you make a decision, it's a gamble. And the gamble he made was to go with the five at the back, which allowed them to dictate the game. Then we couldn't get out. They kept coming back, wave after wave after wave. Messi knew the space was out on the right. We enjoyed watching him. He stood there, he didn't move. And all Argentina did was pick the second ball up, give it to Messi, let him go and try and do his thing. And we got punished.
Yeah, but you mentioned the Spain game though, Chappers. What they do better than we do, they keep all of the ball.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They
give it to Rodri, they give it to Fabian Ruiz, they give it to Olmo, Pedri comes on the game, and they control the game. When we're on the ball, and Tuchel started playing, and it's worked in certain aspects, but when we can't have runners going from deep, we don't keep the ball well enough.
I didn't see any patterns of play.
Correct.
Could have kept us the ball. Now, for all the hard work and everything they've gone through in this tournament, they didn't have that default. Play it around, little angles, showed it before the game. Egypt just keeping calm, drawing them out, getting Martinez, getting Romero out of position. You've got to bring them out and still be calm on the ball. Now, easier said than done, of course it is. I didn't see anything when the back was against the wall other than the old school, get it up the pitch and see what numbers we can get rid of it.
How difficult are patterns of play to implement as an outfield player when the changes keep coming? I go back to the Norway game, the report looking at Ellie Anderson, people who analyse that game, he played 4 different positions over the course of that game. How hard are those patterns of play?
I think even with players in a normal shape, it's against Argentina who don't press the time, win the ball back quick, it's very difficult. But when we got the ball, we had no outlet, so all we were doing was kicking it along, they pick it up, come again. So it's impossible. It's impossible. But for me, the biggest thing is, when Thomas Tuchel was making them changes, 100% that players will be stood on the pitch thinking, oh no. They would have known it was coming, they would have known it was coming at them, and they would have had to
Listen, at the end of the day, they got knocked out in the semi-final. Thomas Tuchel was brought in here to A, get to the World Cup final, and B, win it. You know, they didn't sign Thomas Tuchel to turn them into the silky Brazil of the 1970s. I would say England are a stronger unit. I'd say they're a more powerful team. Are they a better team? You know, at the end of the day, international football is about results. And today, the result was no better than it was 5, 10, 15 years ago.
England had 5 shots today. That's the fewest in a World Cup match that they've played in the last 60 years. What would have been the benefit of maybe being a little bit more attacking? Because at times you thought they're getting involved in a street fight and there's only one winner there. But if they'd gone and done that, what would have been the problem?
I think that's unfair. You know, Argentina defended well for 55 minutes, and England were the team, in my opinion, who were trying to go forward and were trying to attack. You know,
that's the fewest in 60 years.
Other than the last 10 minutes of the first half, England were in control of the game. And the fact that they only had 5 shots is to do with the way Argentina defended and how they weren't quite at their best going forward. I don't think we can sit here and think that England didn't go and try and win this game. They absolutely did. They got themselves in a position to win it. Again, we'd love them to make 10 chances and score 9 goals or whatever, but they didn't. But at the end of the day, I think it's unfair to say that they didn't go and try and win the game. What we can really talk about is what happened in the last half an hour and the decision they made then. But yeah, the fact that they got 5 shots, I don't think was because they were being safe. It was just a combination of good defending from Argentina and England not quite being at the best going forward.
I know where you were born and who you played for suggests that this would never happen, but if you were the England manager and you went 1-0 up in a World Cup semi-final against Argentina, what would you have done differently that Thomas Tuchel didn't do today?
Look, I think in the natural way games play out, in a game like this, you're 1-0 up with 30 minutes to go, you're playing against Argentina, they're always going to push forward. And we can all sit here on the outside and talk about, well, you shouldn't take a step back. Why don't you try and go on and win the game? Or you can do all that, but in the natural course of a game like this, the team who are behind are naturally going to start pushing forward a little bit, and the natural reaction is to be a little safer if you're the team that's 1 up. The problem I have is not that they were a little safer. My problem is they were way too deep. And nobody changed it. Nobody on the field changed it, and nobody on the coaching staff looked as though they were trying to change it. That's my problem.
And now, our legendary performance, presented by Mobile. Who you got today?
Well, this is a tough one. You look at statistics and facts, and the facts are that Messi's got 2 assists. He's got 2 assists more than anybody else in the game. But, in my opinion, if Enzo doesn't get that first goal, we are having a completely different conversation. That first goal absolutely turns this game on its head. And had it been a 1-0 win, it would have been Gordon, because that was a huge moment for England. But in terms of the way the game panned out in the end, without Enzo's goal, Argentina are getting on a flight and going home. So I'm going to give it to Enzo Fernandez because superb strike, timing of it, the strike, the accuracy, gave the keeper no chance, and how important it was for his team and for this game.
Today's legendary performance, presented by Mobile, goes to Enzo Fernandez. We shall wrap up with a quick preview of the final. We have Spain against Argentina. What kind of game are we going to get?
I think we're going to see a little bit of what we saw in the first half. I think we're going to see Spain trying to do the stuff. Obviously, I think they'll have more possession, and we'll see Argentina doing what they did today, keeping it tight and hopefully getting something on the counter. I don't see how it goes any other way. Argentina are not going to come out all guns blazing. They will come out not to give anything away, particularly at the start. So yeah, I think you get ready for another first half. Unfortunately, what we had today, because that's how Argentina want to play it. You know, we saw at the start of the game how they got in England's face. Although they were letting them have the ball, they let them have it for a certain distance, and then it was okay. You're not getting any further. And whether it was by skullduggery, whether it was by good challenges, you name it, they stopped England. And I think that's what they'll try and do to Spain.
Thank you for watching ESPN FC Live, presented by Mobile.
because they were that bad in the first half. But we saw what they're all about. We saw what they're capable of. But we also saw, you know, the first thing that came to my mind was Gareth Southgate, as England manager, being criticised, particularly in some finals, going ahead and then sitting deep. And we said, oh, this is not going to happen under Tuchel. Tuchel wants to change the culture, wants to change the mindset. Well, it actually turned out it was Southgate 2.0, because they decided that they were going to keep it tight. They brought on defenders to make sure that happened. And again, you can argue Thomas Tuchel did the right or the wrong thing. He did it against Mexico, although they had 10 men, and it worked to perfection. Never gave an opportunity. He did it again today. The thought process was the same, but it didn't work at all. The defenders he brought on did not do the jobs. As I said previously, you know, Argentina got 2. They could have had 3 or 4. If it wasn't for Pickford and the pot and the woodwork. So, yeah, I think Thomas Tuchel will be ruined the decision he made to go defensively and go so deep.
I thought Jed Spence for probably the first hour was absolutely magnificent. What about his tackle? As a former fullback, you've got to be able to appreciate that. Chance-saving tackle. It might have been a goal-saving tackle a couple of minutes after England had taken the lead when he went and slid in on Simeone.
Let me put it this way. If this game finishes 1-0, this challenge and this tackle would be talked about for many a moon, many a decade. That's how good a tackle it was. Unfortunately for Jed Spence, as good a challenge as it was, it will now disappear because they've lost 2-1, because they didn't follow it through. And it may pop up now and again, but yeah, the fine line between immortality and people forgetting about certain things you do.
Okay, it's half an hour between England scoring and Argentina equalising. You played for a Liverpool team back in the day that didn't go behind very often, but no. It's like you suffocate the opposition. What could England have done better in that half hour? What substitutions might have been a little bit better? Because they were under the cosh, and Argentina had brought on Montiel to replace Molina to get deliveries in, De Paul to replace Giuliano Simeone, Otamendi to replace Lisandro Martinez, and also Lautaro came on for Tagliafico. What could England have done better before Argentina got that equalising goal?
Well, there are two main things that could have seen them through. The first one is, if you're going to decide to let the opposition have the ball and defend, then you have to defend in the right area. You can't stand at the top of your box. If you do that, then you're asking for trouble. That was the first mistake they made. The second one is about as simple as it gets. You stop the cross. You stop the cross. If England stop the crosses coming in, they win this game 1-0. I've already mentioned a couple of times about the chances that Argentina had. They all came from crosses in the box. The Pickford save down at his feet, cross in the box, a header. There was one after that, Gonzalez headed wide, cross in the box. The second goal, free header. You got what, 5 centre backs on the field?
Yeah.
And there's a free header at the far post. I mean, yeah, they did a lot of things wrong, but those were the 2 biggest mistakes they made. Number 1, they were way too deep, and number 2, they didn't stop the cross.
Let's get to these Argentina chances, and you're spot on with everything you've said. 69th minute cross.
Oh, thank you very much.
Messi, you're welcome. Nico Gonzalez, really good footwork, I thought, by Jordan Pickford to get down to that quickly as well. It's a super save. But we're now seeing oodles and oodles of pressure. It's one-way traffic at this stage. Guess what happens in the 74th minute? Another cross, as Stevie said, that isn't cut out, or at least pressure put on De Paul. McAllister hits the post. So we've got the crosses, as you've mentioned. But when Enzo's had a couple of sighters in this game, surely they've got to get a little bit closer. 85th minute, just before Argentina equalise, Pickford tips it over. They weren't close enough to him. And then from the resultant corner, Messi to De Paul, back to Messi, then to Enzo. They've got all these defensive bodies. And from 25 yards, it's a brilliant strike. But not only have they not stopped the cross, why aren't they closer to Enzo?
Well, because of what I said earlier, too deep. You know, and it wasn't that the one body's trying to close them down. I think Jude Bellingham ended up being the closest one to getting to Enzo. But the starting position, you know, defending's about your starting position. If you have a good starting position, then you can get to things, you can read things. But if your starting position's wrong, and on this occasion they were too deep, then even though the desire is there to go and close the ball, you've left yourself too much ground to make up, and you can't get there. And so that's the gamble you take when you're so deep. And when it falls to somebody like Enzo, who had a couple of sighters, as you said, it was a fantastic shot. You know, Pickford can't get anywhere close to it. From the minute he left his boot, it was going away from Pickford. It was going at pace. And there was nothing he could do about that. So, yeah, it's all about your starting position defensively. And they started too deep. And that first goal in particular is what got them.
They had 6 defenders on the pitch at this stage because Nico O'Reilly had come on, albeit he played in midfield for Declan Rice. Dan Burn had come on as well. We've seen games, Stevie, where you can have a lot of defenders on, but your starting position has to be a little bit higher. How easy is that to do when you just feel like you're under so much pressure that you're just being swamped as a defence?
Well, I think because of the amount of pressure that Argentina were putting on them, because they were so deep, they lost their composure. You know, how many times have we talked? Many times you hear us talking about forwards in the penalty box when they either lose their composure or they keep their composure. And defending is no different. And I don't think defenders are given enough recognition for this. But unfortunately for England, we saw today defenders who under normal circumstances are fantastic players. That's why they're in the England squad. That's why they're playing in a World Cup semi-final. But there weren't enough of them when it was needed most that had the composure to get that starting point right. And more importantly as well, to get everybody around them in a better position. You know, that's what communication is all about defensively. You get yourself in the right spot and then you move people around and make sure that they are in their right spot as well. There wasn't any of that. Unfortunately, nobody took charge. The goalkeeper clearly didn't take charge. You know, John Stones, with his experience, should have been one of the men that took charge, but clearly nobody did. Because when you get a free header at the back post, clear as a whistle, then there's mistakes being made. As great as headers it was, there's mistakes being made. Lautaro, absolutely. I mean, it was such a beautiful jump, clean header, right off the meat of the bat, goalkeeper no chance, and boom, the game's over.
What's more true? Argentina won this or England lost this?
I think you've got to say that Argentina went and won it. They went and won it from a position where they had lost it. And so to be so poor for so long, for an hour, and then to all of a sudden be able to turn a switch, shows you that the quality they actually had. They actually showed us in this half an hour what they're capable of at the best. Because, make no mistake, for 30 minutes going forward, they were dynamite. You know, we can criticise England for being too deep and lacking composure defensively, but that all came from the boys in blue. That all came from Argentinian players being sharp, making good decisions, and then, of course, being clinical when they get the opportunities and putting the ball in the back of the net.
A lot of people, and I think quite rightly, had said this isn't the Argentina that won the World Cup. But that last half hour was, wasn't it?
100%. Yeah, and that's why, to answer your question, was did England lose it or did Argentina win it? I think we saw in that last half an hour why Argentina were world champions 4 years ago. They went and won it, no question for me.
Is that because they don't think about consequences? They know they're going out when they're a goal down. They know they can take risks. They know they can take chances. So how hard is that to play against?
Well, it is because things change. You know, it becomes a schoolyard game. It doesn't become a professional tactical battle, shall we say, of one coach and his team trying to play this tactical way and do all these other things. And certainly going forward, it's the chains are off. We've just got to figure it out. And when you've got a team as talented as they are, and it's left to jumpers for goalposts, as we say, it's old school. It's right. Show us what you got. Forget the tactics. Forget what we've spoken about. Let's see what you got, because we need it now, and we can't wait any longer. And that's what you got. You got schoolboy football, playground stuff, players taking on other players, whipping crosses in. I mean, my goodness, how many crosses did we see in that last 30 minutes? We probably saw more perfect crosses in the last 30 minutes in this game than we've seen the whole of the tournament. That's why people like me scream at the TV about putting the ball in the box. And Argentina just did that. You know, they got rid of all the tippy-tappy and going sideways and keeping the ball. It was right. The goal's there and we're going that way. And that's what we got.
Loads of questions from our viewers watching along. I like this one. Can Argentina play like that against Spain the way they did in the half hour to win this one?
Unfortunately, I don't believe Argentina are going to start this final the way they finished this semi-final. Let me put it that way. I think absolutely you're going to see Argentina trying to do something similar. Unfortunately, they're playing against a team in Spain who are way better at keeping the ball than England were. You know, England for me have been about power and pace. Spain are about subtlety and keeping the ball and waiting for you to slip up, make a mistake, and then try to shove the dagger into you. So yeah, I think Argentina are going to be a little coy again. I think Spain are going to have the ball, and then if Spain do go ahead, then maybe we will see the Argentina of the last 30 minutes of this game against England. But I certainly don't expect to see Argentina doing what they did against England for this, generally most of the second half.
Football can be a very fickle mistress. Thomas Tuchel takes England to the World Cup final. He's got the chance to become a legend along with all the others. But instead, they lose 2 late goals. And now we've got our viewers bringing up the comments about Bellingham and his response. How would you surmise and summarise England's campaign? Because they've probably overachieved, but this isn't a nice way to go out.
I honestly don't think they overachieved. I think there are questions about how smooth and silky they are in terms of the football they play. You know, we're certainly not. We never expected Brazil of the 70s. We didn't expect Spain of the 2000 whatevers. What we did expect was them to be strong and powerful, and if need be, muscle teams out of games. And I think that's what we got. I think the semi-final absolutely was acceptable. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to play in the final. But at the end of the day, the questions should be about Tuchel's decision to go defensive so deep. That would be the real question I would ask Thomas Tuchel if I had an opportunity to. And again, coaches live and die by the decisions. You know, had England held on and defended heroically the way they did against Mexico, everybody would be patting them all on the back, players and coaches, saying they did the right thing because it paid off. Unfortunately, this time it didn't pay off. And so with that comes the criticism. And so if England's media are good at one thing, they're good at criticising England's coach. And so he better be prepared for it.
Well, at the start of this show, you suggested that the tactics in the last half hour from Tuchel were Southgate 2.0. So in the final from 2 years ago in the Euros against Spain to now, have England improved and evolved under Thomas Tuchel?